Today we have a special guest that is Nick, otherwise known as TCG. Welcome back, Nick.
Hey man, it's good to be back. It's been a while and happy to be here.
I'm glad to have you back. I know a lot of people enjoyed having you on here, so for them, I hope they really enjoy what we're going to talk about. One of those things
Yeah,
we're
I
going
hope
to talk
so.
about is graded cards. I know you're really excited to talk about graded cards based on the
Oh yeah.
Facebook post. So,
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about this, man, for
yep,
sure.
it's going to be great. The next thing we have to talk about is duplicate serial numbers. And I know
Yep.
that's interesting. And then the last thing we got is Nazarick possible reprint. So with
Yeah,
that,
that's interesting. That's very
oh,
interesting.
I use the word interesting a lot because
Yeah.
it all is. So start out here before we get totally into this. Again, we have TCG. This is his channel, Nick, and do the whole like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you could see his one of his latest videos, actually this might have been your latest video,
Yeah, it's my newest one.
is a trial deck case opening. This is the Japanese version, and this crazy guy here bought a whole case of them. Bought a whole case of them. Why'd you buy a whole case of them?
So yeah, I actually initially bought it as like a sealed investment. So I wanted to get a sealed case of the decks. Obviously the English, there's no way you're finding those. So when I saw these, I wanted to pick them up. And my middleman from Japan, where I bought it, they actually opened it to verify the contents to make sure we didn't get scammed. But as everyone knows in Weiss, if you have an unsealed case, no one's gonna believe that they're unsearched. So just ended up
Yeah,
opening the decks, see what I'd get.
I think people, even though this is an open one, people would still gamble on it just for the sheer fact that there's not many of them left in the world.
Oh yeah, completely
Yeah,
agree. But I think that having just a sealed case, like so say, I mean, who
yeah, that'd
knows the
be
number?
awesome.
Let's say people would pay like 200-300 a box, right? If I think if you had like the seal still on the factory seal, people would pay the 200-300 plus like a premium over that.
Yeah, they don't have the fancy stop tape that we get with other
Yeah.
things, but yeah, I definitely believe there is something to be said about having a sealed case.
Yeah.
But I know, like, seeing eBay, I saw one with some guy selling Cardcaptor Sakura. This is before that giant rush where he said it was a sealed case but had it opened on eBay. And I get why they do that because
Yeah.
some people could say they got the box and there was confetti inside of it or something. So it's unfortunate that you have to do that because sealed is still better, but you
Yeah.
gotta be sure. So
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
middleman was cautious. And I don't want to give away the ending, but do you want to show what you got?
Yeah, sure. You want to make it full screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, spoiler alert, if you want to see what happened, I pulled a bunch of cards from the deck and I got one very special card and sent it off to PSA. So if you want to see that, return, go click on that real quick. But if not, here it is. So we
Bam.
got the PSA 10 trial deck REM. That's a signed one. It's kind of hard to see. This camera's not the best, but yeah, it's the only PSA 10 in the world right now. And it's the only one
Awesome.
graded, so so nothing crazy, but there's not going to be many of these, I don't think, even in the future if a lot of people send them off because tens are pretty hard to get, especially from like trial decks with a little band and they shift around when in shipping. So it's definitely a really good condition card.
No, that's awesome. I mean, like, again, 10 is still a 10, no matter
Yeah,
what
yeah.
anybody will say. A 10. As a person from the coin collecting world, um, anytime you get a perfect anything, it's an amazing feeling. I know what people say is a lot of the cards that come out English wise, anyways. I know that was a Japanese card, but English
Yeah.
wise is normally like a 9, 9.5, something like that. But in the end, there's only so many of them. And even then, not all of
Yeah.
them are tens. So there's something to be said about having a nice, perfect card.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. With that said, you want to clue us in about what was happening on Facebook? Again, I read a tiny bit of it, but the past 2 days I've been working really, so I haven't seen all that much when it came to Facebook. I just know that there was a big thread on it, so feel free.
Yeah. So I mean, no names, but there was a guy that posted like a picture of a BGS card. It was a BGS 10, which is a very high grade. I talked about it last time. Like if you're getting a BGS 10, that's basically a perfect card. So he posted that, the guy was all excited about it. And he just asked like, hey, does anyone know like the value of this card? So it was kind of torn in between like what people responded, but there was some people just saying that like, oh, no one cares that it's in a plastic case or grading, like you're not going to make any money doing this, that thing's only worth the same as raw. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about why people grade cards and what the purpose of grading is, because they're not paying for the plastic case. So the reason that you get your card graded is for authentication, which in Weiss that doesn't matter right now, but in the future that could matter. We don't know what people are going to do with cards when they're $1,000, $2,000. People might try to make fake cards. So you get the authentication, and then the grade is just a third party opinion on what the condition is. So if I'm selling, Big B a card on Facebook and I'm like, hey man, this is a mint card, it's perfect condition. He's like, oh man, perfect condition card, I'll give you, full asking price, I'll buy it. And then he gets the card and there's like a little ding on the corner or something. He's like, hey man, this is not a perfect condition card, you said it was. I'm like, oh well, that's mint, mint enough. So when you get it graded through PSA, BGS, whatever company, it's just a third party opinion on the condition of the card. So people aren't buying the grade, they're buying the opinion of a third party. So basically what they're doing is they're paying for a perfect condition card, not for the card in a case, which is, I don't think a lot of people in Weiss understand that. To give you an example, if you're out there and you're against grading and all this, oh man, these guys are idiots for paying high price. So there was a Bon SP from the Seven Deadly Sins, right? That a lot of people have been buying.
Yep.
That's got a really solid price of $100 to $120. Just depends who's selling. So if I got one of those cards out of my pack, and for some reason in the mail it got bent in half, right? Somehow, no one knows how. But if that card's bent in half, are any of you out there going to pay me $120 for it? No, because
No.
condition matters and everyone knows condition matters. But then when it comes to grading, they don't understand that it's about the condition. It's not about the plastic case or PSA on the label or Beckett on the label. Obviously, the reason that those get more of a premium over some of these no-name companies that I see popping up is just because people trust them. That's it. That would be like if I looked at a million cards, 10 million cards, and then someone in the Weiss Facebook sent me a card. It was like, hey, you evaluate this, and then we can tell everyone on Facebook this is the condition. You're basically just paying for someone's opinion. So
Right. And it went back and forth. And like when I start thinking about it, there is, percents that people are saying that let's say, what's a good one? What's a good one? I might as well use Madoka. Like Magia Record Mobile. Magia Record Mobile is one of those ones that had signatures on it. But when you look at the price of the SPs, some of them were like $70. I think it was the Sana that might be $70, the Sana Arena. And
yeah,
yeah, I'd agree. If I put that into a case and it came back 9.5, maybe even 10, you're not going to get too much of a value out of it. Just
yeah,
because it all comes down to how much people actually want said card. Like
yeah,
at if this SP raw is 70, I might say, okay, maybe at BG is 10, maybe 250 at most or something, just because it's how many people want it and how many people are really looking to collect it versus play it or anything like that. But if you get
yeah,
bigger names, and I know people make fun of Fat Man Ninja a lot, but when you start thinking about it, I know some of the arguments in there was like traditionally wise people don't value it, but again, when we start taking a look at what's happening with Wise, and that's what people aren't seeing. People are seeing what's the now and the past. They don't see the big picture, which is the future of it. And if this continues going the way it is, you're going to draw in more people that actually like the anime that want to just collect it. Because you see time and time again where some of the people that are coming in are saying, I want these cards. I don't want to play the game. I could care less about the
yeah. Oh
game.
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I just want the card. So people
I mean,
are
that's
willing to
me.
pay
That's me.
a little more, and it depends on what they like. So even though Batman Ninja was kind of funny, there are people coming in from different areas that actually like Batman. But and that's what you're starting to see, right? Like these boxes weren't selling, but now they are because people that didn't know about Weiss actually like Batman in general, and now they're looking to collect it. Because if you
Yeah.
look
Oh
back a
yeah.
couple, the past couple of months, you can actually see people wanting to buy Batman Ninja SPs, like the series, like the
Yeah.
all the different SPs, which is amazing when you think about it. And some guy was trying to buy boxes, booster boxes, just this past week, I think.
Yeah.
So it's okay, yeah, maybe in the past they didn't value it, but if you don't see what's happening, there's more collector type people coming, which means there is going to be a higher market than what you saw before for this stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, I think with Batman, it's a mix of so many different things. Like this guy said he collects comics. The guy that made that
Yeah,
post about the card. And hey, if you're watching this, man, congrats on your 10. Those people don't know what they're
yeah,
talking about.
congrats.
But anyways, yeah, he said he was like a comic book collector. And if you've been keeping up with comics, I know a lot of people don't look at these other markets. They just look at the one they're in. But comics this year have skyrocketed. Like
Yep.
you think Weiss cards went up? You don't know what you're talking about because comics, some of those things went up like 10 to like 25 times in price. So what happens when the thing that you love collecting goes up 10 times, 25 times in price? You got to move on to something else. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of these different card games is that the people can't afford the one that they used to collect. So now they're looking into like other avenues to, still fulfill that like collector need, how whatever
Yeah,
you want to say.
you're
He
just trying
probably just
to
looked
fill in
up
the
like
gaps.
yeah, like the guy probably just looked up Batman on eBay or wherever and saw that and he was like, "Oh man, those are sick. Let me get some of these boxes or SPs."
Yeah, I mean, because again, you can only collect so many comics in a case. When people show off their different cases, I think there was one with some guy with like Bunny Girl Senpai, but it wasn't just, it was like a DVD, it was a card, it was, a figure. So
Yeah.
like having the variety of different products instead of just having a card or just having a DVD or
Yeah.
one figure or, like multiple figures. Because you see those kind of collections, but it's nice to have that, what is it, breadth of product. Shoot, I
Yeah.
think I
Yeah.
learned that in marketing. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what people aren't seeing, like what is in the future. I think that's one of those ones that I try to hit on in my videos, that what people don't understand is they are present day and past looking, they're not forward looking. You have to see like some kind of, what do you think the future is going to look like when it comes to wise card games in general and all of that stuff, right? Because the people that didn't actually look into the future are some of the people that thought cryptocurrencies are terrible.
Yeah.
Like I know that's a different thing, but
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like be forward thinking. That's how you do well life, market investing, and all that stuff. Is you need to be forward looking about what could happen in the future versus just being like, this is what happened in the past, so it's going to keep happening that way. And
Yeah.
that's not the best way to handle anything. And well, look at Blockbuster, right? Look at what did Blockbuster do?
Yeah.
That's not how you should
They
be
kept
looking.
doing the same thing until they didn't exist.
Yeah, because it keeps working. People are going to do that. And it's like, no, look at movie theaters right now.
Yeah.
And again, outside of the whole pandemic.
They were already dying.
Yeah, exactly. Because once you
Yeah.
started having streaming and all that, and the high cost of going out and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
it
Plus you're
was,
talking 15 bucks a ticket plus you buy all the food and stuff when you could just
yeah.
pay 5.99 or whatever to
You
rent it at
know,
home and have like all your friends instead of $10 every single ticket.
I know we're not talking about that, but my dream of a movie theater is, because I'll tell you, I have an unlimited pass to my Regal. Like I literally pay $18 a month to watch unlimited movies.
Yeah, I remember you told me
And
that.
then so my dream was always, did I tell you this already? Maybe I did. About
You
like
didn't tell me your
paying,
dream, but you told me you had that pass.
no, like I always wanted a system where they would say, okay, you could pay like $3 to bring in whatever food you want. So that way, like we know you're gonna attempt to sneak something in. We
Yeah.
might as well get something, and then you don't have to sneak it in. Like,
Yeah.
as long as it's nothing offensive, like like strong smelling foods like fish or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. That was like me and my friends in high school. We'd sneak in like a 6-pack. Yeah.
A 6-pack of soda.
Yeah, yeah. We'll call them
Yeah, we'll
sodas.
go with soda. No, I always like bringing in the McDonald's or Taco Bell. It was always
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
My sister would always sneak in like a soda, and
Oh yeah,
then
you always need a girl with you, so she has a big
she got the
purse.
big purse, and then
Yeah.
she I forget, it was the can, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like bringing it, yeah, because you hear it pop at the beginning. I'm like, all right, well, don't do that ever again. But no, okay, so uh when it comes to graded cards,
Yeah,
uh
so you were talking about value a little bit. We'll
yeah,
just jump back onto that real quick. But so for value, like if you're out there and you want to grade Weiss to try and make money, what I will say is that it's not easy. If you're trying to flip this quick, you're you're probably gonna lose money. Okay, so one, you need to know condition like perfectly, right? Like if that card wasn't gonna get a 10, I wasn't gonna send it in. At the time, the lowest service was 200 a card, which they did lower to 150, but if you're paying $200 and you get a 9, like if I got a 9 on that, I would have been cooked. No one's gonna buy that. So you got to know the condition, and also like certain cards, which is probably why a lot of the people in Weiss have that like sour taste in their mouth about, because a lot of these people are sending in cards that are not hard to find. They're easy to get and not a lot of people want them. And then they're trying to sell them for, say the raw card is $50, they're trying to sell it for 1,000. It's like that's not how it works. So I can see both sides. I can see why they're mad about it and why they're like, oh no, no one will pay more than 10%, which is wrong. But at the same time, it just depends on the card and the condition. So you got to know
right.
your condition and you got to know what cards are popular. If you're just coming in thinking this is easy cash and Weiss, you are very wrong. So
That's what I mean. It's one of those ones where you can argue each way. That's why,
yeah.
well, I never write back at all, but I say how it is just because again, this is like anything that I've ever talked about. Like what you could say that about booster boxes with sealed. Because again,
Yeah.
not all boxes are going to like $500. It's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
about supply, it's all about demand, it's all about how like the condition, what's actually out there still, what's coming up. Because again, do I buy this $500 one sealed box or just buy this awesome Hololive set that's coming out and buy $500 worth of that? Like
Yeah.
it's timing, like when everything's happened. If we run through a recession, if the stock market crashes, if crypto dies, then what, like who's willing to buy all this stuff? No, people just need to really understand that. And I get both sides.
Yeah.
But in the end, depending on the card, it's going to be worth more than the raw. If it's high demand, people want it, if it's being pushed, right? Like it's
Yeah.
something about no matter what it is in the end, cards that get more attention lately go up. If you have a card out there that's awesome that no one's talking about, then it'll still just be whatever it is. It'll slowly be bought out,
Yeah.
and eventually, if someone talks about it, it'll go up. But that's how
Yeah.
it seems. Like you have to put a spotlight on some cards to make it go up.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, if you're grading cards out there, and a lot of people are hating on you, don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's
I don't care at all, even slightly. So when I posted that card, I posted a picture of it on Facebook. You might have seen it, but I actually got, a few offers for, substantial money, like over $2,000. I've gotten multiple offers. So if you want to say, no one's paying for these high end, PSA 10s, BGS 10s, you're just wrong. You don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. And obviously neither do I. If they're not making the sales public, I can't know everything, but there is a lot of sales going on that people don't know about. So I don't know. You got to get used to it because that's definitely a thing. I know a lot of people have cards at these grading services right now. So if you don't like it now, it's only going to be, a lot more of them coming on the market.
exactly. And I think it's one of those ones too where I always say that I don't mean it in a mean way, but if it doesn't make you happy, then just don't look at it. Just
Yeah, and
like
yeah, and I mean,
why is that, like why do you keep fighting it? It's like it's going to keep happening. If you
yeah,
don't like someone's price, just don't click on it and move on.
yeah, and it's the same thing, honestly. Like the only other argument I've seen besides the whole people asking ridiculous prices, which can be annoying, but I mean, you could just
Yep.
ignore it. But another argument I saw was like, oh, these people are, grading cards, putting them in slabs, and then players can never have them again. It's like, well, first of all, you can crack open the slab if you want to play with the card. And second of all, it's no different than if someone bought the card for their max rarity deck that they will never sell. It is
Yeah.
no different. Either way, someone that is not going to sell it is buying it. So,
I go a different way. It's like you had the chance to buy this. What stopped you from buying it? And again,
yeah,
it's you could say I didn't have money at the time or anything like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And I will say that too, because there's plenty of things. I say this, but I know it's like we all want to buy certain things. We all want
oh
to
yeah,
have certain things. Like I know I did that video on quintessential quintuplets, like the whole menu thing. The whole idea of that is just to prove again, this crap is gonna this stuff is going to be expensive. And I don't mean it's crap. I enjoy it. So it's going to be super expensive and you're not going to have it all. Because even one of the things I said in there is like look at it the other sets. Make sure you buy whatever is going to make you happy within a certain amount of money
yeah,
because there's other things coming out. And I hope when people watch this, I never talked about it, but realistically for me, when I buy these cards and all that, there's a set budget. Like I invest in coins, stocks.
yeah,
Now I'm getting crypto, and then
yep,
now I have cards. So there's other things you need to be responsible with, paying off your bills if you have any
yeah,
loans and all
yeah,
that. Like you need to do that stuff. So it'd be nice to buy everything, but you're not going to be able to afford it all, and that's okay, right? Like in this world, we can't have it all. Like none
yeah.
of us, unless you're a millionaire. And I
Even
don't know
then,
too many of those kind of people out there.
even then, they can't have it all either, man.
Yeah,
It's tough.
you still can't have it all. And that's the important part. And that's what brings us back to cards.
Yeah,
It's the whole nostalgia. When you get older or more successful or you just get money somehow, people go back and buy these things. That's what keeps fueling all of this, right? Like people going and buying the vintage Magic or vintage Pokemon because they're like, you know
yeah,
what, I couldn't afford it back then, but I'm gonna do something nice for myself now that I have money. I'm gonna go back and buy it. And
yeah,
that's
yeah,
I think that's just an important lesson. I think people got too used to being able to get everything, and summer people are just angry that they can't.
yeah, yeah.
Life lessons. It's true. Do what makes you happy, but you got to be responsible, and you can't have it all.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Okay. Any last words on that?
No,
Are
that's
you
about it,
good?
man.
Is
Yeah,
it
I
out
think
of the
that's
system?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's just nothing really. I mean, even if every single person in Weiss saw this part of the video, they still won't get it. So I
Yeah.
said what I had to say.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's always going to be those people that hold on to certain ideals, and the nice part is it's slowly changing over. Some
Yeah,
people like are having different ideas as they start listening and seeing all this stuff. So it's getting a little better. You know, like the whole acceptance of TCG player now versus uh, JK TCG back in the day.
yeah,
So we gotta get there. It might be slower for other people, but we'll get there.
that's true.
All right, what we got next? I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. So again, recap. Go watch this video. Go like it. Go subscribe. It's pretty good. I won't tell you how many boxes it took to get through, but it took a few. It took a
Yeah, it
few.
took too many, I'll tell you
It was a
that.
nail biter, I would say. Just because you know how much, or you don't know, but how much all of this costed and how many he had to open to actually get it. And there you are.
Yeah, that one hurt a bit.
That one hurt. It hurt me. I didn't even buy it. All right, we're gonna talk about Magia Record anime set. And the reason why we're talking about Magia Record anime set, because this was the first set that introduced serial numbers. So again, we did not have signed cards with this set. what we did actually end up having was 2 variances of SPs, and what you got was a unsigned stamped version here, and then she's a bad one to use. Let's see. Man, they really here we go. They really messed up with these serial numbers. That's what I mean. I'm like, people are upset about these serial numbers, and then they were still upset when SAO is coming out. And I'm like, they did such a better job with SAO.
Oh yeah, it's way better on SAO.
Yeah.
And it actually says how many it's out of. Is it like, why would you put 3 or like 3 digits?
Yeah, they have 3 digits. So as you can see here, what we got is this stamped version and a stamp numbered with a serial number. And as you can see here, 3 digits. We, at this point, believe there is only up to 10 of each of these. And because no one's ever said they had 11, we've only had proof of now up to 10.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they didn't really need that extra 0. That didn't make sense at all. While we're talking about SAO, we may as well bring it up. SAO coming out. Geez, look at all these pages.
It was supposed to be next week, man.
November 5th. And their stamp versions look better. It's off to the side, a lot clearer, and it proves that it's out of 10. Oh, way nice.
Well, we'll see if it's out of 10.
I would hope. I mean, that's what it. Oh, okay. So what we're going to talk about now is why you just said that. So let's go back in here. Just this past, what day was this? This is Friday the 10th. This is on Facebook, and I know you are the one who told me about this. I didn't have a whole lot of time, so you told me about it. So you want to talk about this thing?
Yeah. So on the Facebook auction group, there was someone doing like 2 Felicias, and they had like the number 8 serial number one up for auction, which actually did go for a great price. You know, if you were watching, if you were the one that won that, man, congrats, that was a good price. But yeah, really cool, number 8 serial number. But then when I was reading through some of the comments, someone actually said that this number 8 is already being sold elsewhere.
Right.
So you want to click on that?
There we are.
Yeah, so
TCG
Ideal
Fire.
808, which is obviously a very well-known company. Like, there's no way this is some kind of scam, right? Everyone knows Ideal 808. So yeah, they're selling the same thing, number 8 as well. And that, you know, that picture is solid. It's definitely nothing like both of them. The other one was a little bit blurry because I just took like a screenshot of it. But if you went into the real picture, like it was definitely number 8. So I don't know, maybe it was some kind of error. Like they printed multiple of the same number. It's hard to know because these are so rare that like maybe that happened on another number, maybe they missed a number, so there's like no 7 or something like that. We don't know, but it's really interesting.
It actually is, because remember what I was doing was I was tracking like what numbers actually appeared. I don't think I've ever seen me personally, I've never seen a 2, 3, maybe a 7. I'm going off memory. So we definitely saw 4, 5, 6. There was a 1, a 10. So there were some numbers that I didn't see. And yeah, like you said, like when you looked at the state from where this person was, and knowing that Ideal 808 is in Hawaii, and then knowing that that card actually sold and Ideal 808 is still here, obviously, what we're trying to, what we figured out is there is 2 cards with the number 8 on it.
Yeah, and like, so something that someone did say was like, or what I was thinking is maybe the person that auctioned it bought it from Ideal 808, but in the comment section, someone said that, hey, Ideal 808 is selling the same card, and that person just had no clue. They're like, oh, well, I didn't know. I thought it was a 1 of 1, but whatever, it's number 8. Like,
there's
like they
no
would
way.
know. They would know if they bought it from them.
Yeah,
you know?
and they wouldn't leave it up. Ideal 808 is pretty reputable, so for them to like just leave it there, I don't think so. And at the same time, if you just think about it, I would buy number 5 over number 8. So I don't know. I mean, there are some meanings to numbers, but if they were the same price and Felicia has nothing to do with the number 8, I would probably buy the number 5 over number 8. Just me.
I would buy the 8 just because there's 2 of them.
Well, yeah, no, I mean before all that.
Oh
But
yeah,
like
yeah,
if I
yeah.
just came out here and didn't know there was two of them,
Yeah.
both equal condition and
Okay,
equal
yeah, yeah.
price. Well, this is actually 75 cents cheaper because there's 75 cents shipping
Oh, I
fee.
don't know, man. That's a lot
But
of money.
but but I would buy number 5 over 8. Again, I don't know if there's special meaning with 8. I know certain numbers like people aim for depending on like the character and all that, but
Yeah.
just assuming that I would buy, let's just
It
say,
could also just be like someone's favorite number too. So
yeah.
it could be anything. But yeah, that's really interesting. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe since everyone that works at Bushiroad is watching this far into the video, they can respond. But
And
yeah, I don't know.
that's what I mean. I feel like whoever bought that number 8, there should be a battle here between
Yeah.
Ideal 808 and that person because someone needs to own both number 8s. That's
Oh
that's
yeah.
what I'm landing on. At this point, someone needs to own both. You need to control it all. It's like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. You
Yeah.
need to have it all. Go up there and tear one in half. I don't care. Only one can
Yeah.
exist, or at least have both. And I think it would just be cool to be like, hey, Weiss Schwarz, Bushiroad people, look, I got 2 of these cards and they both say 8 on it. So
So when I
compensate
was
me or something. Give me
when I
something
was
cool.
watching a Weiss video on YouTube about I think it was that rarest cards one, but the guy said something about Bushiroad having a copy of every single card. What if they made a copy of every single serial number for themselves and one of these slipped into the packs on accident?
That'd be a huge mistake just because it's like, did no one look through the cards and realize that there was a number missing?
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I think maybe so like think about like number 6 and number 8. Like they probably look really similar if you just look at it real quick. So what if they like kept 2 6s and put 2 8s in the packs, something like that.
I
I
feel
don't know. I
like
mean, it would all just be speculation, but it's pretty
I
cool
could
to
see
think
it if
about.
it was Saruno here because you can't read that number at all. there
Yeah.
is there is there is no way in the world you are reading that number.
Yeah, no.
Holy crap, these are so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know why they didn't put them off to the side, but whatever, I guess.
yeah. So these are all number 9s. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I mean that could be a possible. The other is just someone hit an extra print button on the serial number 8 and we just ended up with an extra.
I feel like
But
they would put that all in one sheet though.
I don't think they would. I feel like they
Really?
wouldn't put it all in one, like all the serial numbers on one sheet just because it would be harder to randomize.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like there was different print runs for all the different numbers spread all out. And
Yeah.
then somehow that's what I'm like, maybe
Gotcha.
they
Yeah,
printed
that
this
could
twice.
easily happen then, yeah. Where they just accidentally print a second one, forgetting that they already printed one.
Yeah, because this one is, I would imagine would be harder just because like with the other ones, you just hit print. I need 100 of
Yeah.
these, hit print. And with these, you had to make sure to press it once or something like that. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, we're just shooting guessing. I don't
Imagine
know
if you got
how
like
that
a
all
god
works.
pack. You get a god pack with all number 8s.
Can you imagine that? Holy crap. That would be amazing.
It'd be
If
pretty
somehow you
funny.
get all the signature cards with the same number on it.
No, I
That
meant
would be,
just 8 Felicia.
oh,
All the
no.
same card.
Okay, yeah, that would be amazing. No, because then there'd be too many. The supply is too high. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
a god pack with like all number 1s of each one of these. No,
That's too overpowered. Way too overpowered.
that would be amazing. Like make that happen for sword art.
Yeah, as long as
That's,
it's in my product.
can you imagine that though? Like 10 actual booster boxes
Yeah.
with all the, that would be an amazing god pack. You want to see people rip open a bunch of boxes? You want to
Yeah.
ensure that all the boxes are open, you do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You do that. It's like, well, no, because then once you figure it out,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, once they figure out all 10 are gone. It's like Willy Wonka, right? People stopped eating those chocolate bars when they got all the golden tickets
Yeah.
and keep on going.
Well, while we're talking about that, if anyone's listening to this opening SAO, I'm looking for number 10 out of 10 for all the characters. So,
10 out of 10.
yep, if you find that one, send me a
Is
message.
that just what do you say, aesthetically pleasing.
I can't tell you my top secret plan for them, but
Sorry. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I like the 0110 because the whole,
Oh yeah, that's
it
definitely
like
gonna be the
that
most
version.
expensive. That's gonna be the most expensive number one for sure.
Well, not
But
just because it's one, more because it's 0110. Like those names that you can
yeah,
spell forward and backwards. It's kind
yeah,
of like that's what I mean by aesthetically pleasing.
yeah.
That looks
Nah,
kind of
10 out of
neat.
10 for me.
Oh, is that why 10 out of 10? Is that what it is? That,
I just want tens. So
oh,
if
so
you
then
get
you
them,
grade it and it's a 10. So it's a 10 out of 10, 10, 10. That's it, isn't
yeah,
it?
that is it. I
Ah,
was gonna, yeah, if they're perfect, send them to Beckett. Imagine getting a black label, all 10 subgrades with 10 out of 10. Oh man, that would be a mythic card.
yeah, that would be, but what if it didn't turn out that way? What if it was like a 9 out of,
Yeah,
you
you
would
can
just
min.
keep popping it open and sending it back.
Nah, you can just min grade it. So you when you send it in, you say if this isn't a 10, don't grade it, and then I'll send it to PSA. And get
Yeah.
their 10.
So you put the forwarding label right in there. If this isn't gonna work out, send it to these guys. Don't send it back to me, just forward it on.
Yeah, that's
Go
true.
ahead. Oh man, I can't wait for these. Again, I
Yeah, me
still
too.
like,
I don't know if I'm gonna open any yet. I'm still haven't decided.
I want Shinon, I want Lifa. I wish Alice had a cooler picture. I do like
Yeah.
Alice, but not this art of it. I mean, there's nothing bad to it, but I mean like Alice versus Shinon here.
Yeah, but the Xenon's really good. So it's kind of hard to compare that.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But I love
Like look at
Alice.
the Alice compared to the Kirito. She looks better.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I skipped over these two.
Yeah. No, don't even look at Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, Lifa's good. I just like her personally, but at the same time, it's still like a little dull. Like if I look at Alice, it's just more vibrant. I get it's their outfit, but
Yeah, yeah.
still like yeah, way better.
Asuna's
Oh.
alright. But yeah, Xenon's
Yeah,
definitely the
yeah. See,
nicest.
like people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing," but like comparatively, when I look at the art and how they're drawn and all that, I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, her
this one
sword looks
pops
really
more to
good.
me.
Really? I like Asuna's sword.
Just because because of the yellow on it, the gold, I
Yeah.
guess. Where this one, that's what I mean, it's dull. It's just her outfit in general. You gave her a
Yeah.
different outfit. I know this is what she wore, but at the same time, like you can find a
Yeah. I
different.
mean, you could have picked whatever. She's worn like 50 outfits in the show.
Yeah. And even if she didn't, they gave her other outfits for all the other cards.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
there's like a swimsuit one. Wait, can I bring this up? Nova TCG. I never bought from here, so I'm just bringing this up.
I have before. They're pretty cool.
They're good.
Uh,
Oh, shoot,
yeah, not bad.
bam, Alice two.
I know you don't like putting your name on anything, so I don't think I should either.
Okay, yeah, I don't put just because. Who knows?
Yeah, just in case. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's so many other art out here that you could have used.
For the
Oh, shoot, look at
SP.
that one. We're going that one. I might.
Yeah.
No. The other one had more detail on it than
I
this
kind of
one.
wish that they would get rid of like those plain background character just standing there SPs. I feel like do you
Like
know,
that.
yeah, all of them actually, all of them. Cuz like do you know
Yeah, like the stars.
I feel like that's why a lot of the trial deck SPs are worth so much more. One
Oh yeah,
because
like
they're rare,
Albedo, it's like flying
but
across
like
the sky or something.
yeah, but like have you seen the REM from I don't even you can barely even see it in here, but like you see how it's on a beach and there's a
Oh
nice
yeah, she's
background and all that. The REM from the booster boxes is literally just a plain blue background. Like it's not very cool. So I
no,
don't
that's
know
the
why they
same with
don't do more of those.
Data Live. Data Live was kind of the same thing.
Well,
When
the
you look at
SECs had good backgrounds, like the
yeah, the
Toga.
normal SPs are just like, okay, well,
Yeah, it's like what, like a fence that's a data live.
yeah, so you have all these different arts that you could have chose from.
Yeah.
Here we are. But Xenon was good. I liked
Oh
her.
yeah, hers looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, here she is, hanging out in a mountainy area, forest area. Oh yeah.
Does she
How
even
many
have the
people
eye
would have bought
patch on
this one?
hers?
If this would have been an SP, how many people would have bought that? Or at least It's a nice looking card. It gets some people appeal, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It doesn't give me the feel of Alice.
You don't get the feel of Alice. It could definitely
No.
be, I don't know if this is a SP. It could be not SP, SR.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Anyways. So 10 out of 10. You're looking for the 10 out of 10s. This is you even want
Only
these
in perfect
to-
condition. Only in perfect condition.
Oh, no way. So,
I mean, hey, English Weiss out of the pack is good condition usually. So
yeah, the 10 out of 10 on a serial card. That's a perfect storm.
yeah, it is.
You're
I'll
looking
pay.
for
I'll pay 10
everything.
times whatever TCG market is. I'll pay 10 times. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Well, what's the limit? So
Sky's the limit.
sky is the limit. Jeez.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think the regular SPs are going to be too crazy. Like,
What are
do you
these?
really think a non-signed regular Asuna, like that's not going to be $500? No way. Regular SP 250 to 400 max, like that would be absolute max.
Asuna probably 350, 400.
Yeah.
Just because of Kaguya. Like when we take here, let's take a look.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing about Kaguya is the super whales, right? The people that'll go all out and spend money who bought Kaguya max rarity or whatever, they're gonna be wanting these serial numbers probably.
Yeah.
So those people are gonna be saving their cash for that. I don't
Because
know.
this one right here, this thing sold 500, 550.
Yeah, that's true.
So Asuna, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
thinking
know.
400 at the very least, unless it depends on supply again. The
Oh
supply
yeah,
is
of
nuts
course.
on this thing. Yeah, maybe 400, maybe 350, but if not, it's
Yeah,
going to hurt. It's going to.
yeah.
So 10 times that, we
I'd pay
got Nick
35.
here paying 5 grand.
No, it's
Five
not gonna
grand
be
for 10
five.
out
It's
of
not gonna be 500.
10.
No way it's gonna be 500.
4 grand then. 4?
If it was in perfect condition, probably. Probably.
There we are. Okay. And then you're gonna pay ship. I can't imagine paying shipping on this. I'm one of those states that have to pay taxes. So
Shipping for what?
shipping on the card and then taxes. If you had
Oh,
to buy
if
it
they're
on
not
TCG
including if
Player.
they're not including the shipping in that extremely high price, I'm done.
Well, you gotta get every dollar out of it. Shipping's gonna
No,
be
no
expensive.
way.
If I had to ship that, if I sold that card for, I'm just making it up, just 2,000, right? I'm putting insurance on this thing. I'm putting,
You can
like,
insure up to 2,000. It's only like $30.
yeah, but still, I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah.
secure this thing. It's gonna have like a foam padding like bed inside of there where you're gonna have to reach in and pull it out.
Nah, just put it in a book and then send it media mail.
Seriously? Seriously?
Use it as like a bookmark. Yeah, it should be fine.
I guess. Or
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do
how
that.
thick should the book be?
Like 10 pages paperback.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I'm like, isn't there, if you put too big of a book, then it kind of curves?
I think if you had a hardcover, like that would actually work. Like a hardcover, maybe 50 to 100 pages. That would actually work really good, but don't
Okay.
try that.
Yeah, I've never attempted to do that.
Yeah.
You can tell I don't send cards ever.
Oh, really?
The only time I had to send cards was someone I bought from on TCG Player
Yeah.
packaged the cards in what I deemed to be in an appropriate manner. I got them.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
TCG player. That's just TCG player.
It was sad because it was actually a bigger name too. Like they
Oh,
had
really?
thousands of sales, and
Yeah.
they put it in. They put these cards in. I know there's people that send things depending on how much it costed. Overall, the sale was $25. They put it in a normal white envelope. They used a paper, like a thin cardboard. I mean thin. This thing wasn't
Yeah.
thick at all. And they taped it. And then when I got it, the
Yeah.
thing was all crinkled. Like the envelope itself was crinkled. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope to God they use something thicker And then when I opened it, you could see the thin cardboard actually bent where the envelope was bent. And I'm like, well, the corners are all messed up.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I've had people do that, man. I bought like a $10 card and literally they just put it in an envelope, like a sleeve, like a penny sleeve, and then an envelope, and then sent it. That's it.
yeah, I
So
was shocked because I'm like, are you at least gonna put this in a
a top loader.
yeah, at least a top loader. That's what I mean. Like I was surprised
Yeah.
by the name that they actually sent it that way. And
Yeah, probably
it
because they
was
just sell so many cards that
it was
like
disappointing.
the way me and you think about it is like, oh man, 10 cents. But like to them, oh, we just sold 100,000 cards and we had to pay an extra 10 cents for every
Yeah,
top loader. Like that's 10 grand. That's a lot of money.
no, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, I think
Yeah.
it's reputation and then the consistency of it. Like, because doing it that way, you're gonna have some losses, and you
Oh
had
yeah.
a near mint card, two cards that now you're gonna have to sell. You either sell it or you try to flatten it out and all that. Like my sister was
Yeah.
saying that you can't flatten this. It'll leave a bend in it. Is
If there's
how
a
badly that
crease,
thing went
yeah.
cut.
Yeah, if there's a crease, it's done.
Yeah, it was a crease because I wouldn't have made a big. It was totally bad. I was like, they wanted to see like if I laid it flat on the table and you could see it curved up. It's
Yeah.
like the thing's messed up. The cards are messed up. I'm sorry. There we are. So double eights. I think we're good. Hopefully, Sword Art doesn't have the same thing. I wonder if someone would actually complain if Sword Art actually had double serial numbers.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I would be upset, but at the same time, I'm like, well, at least I got one.
Yeah,
It's like, at least-
if I pulled one, I wouldn't be upset. But if I bought one, I would be very mad.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
imagine if someone's like, hey man, I got this number 10 Asuna, you could have it for your $4,000, and then I buy it, and then another 10 pops up. Like I'd be so mad.
right. Because the only reason why these things hold a certain value is because of the serial number.
Yeah,
Like when
because
we
there's
talk
one.
about serial number, like it's um, there's a certain value. Like again, if we saw that person that bought that eight post the number eight here, so you have two number eights. First off, you'd be confused, and at the same time, I would rather
Yeah.
just buy the five at that point because now there's two number eights versus
Oh
one
yeah.
number five.
That automatically, I would say like halves the price personally.
Yeah,
I
it's
think that's why the auction went so low was because someone posted that.
I would have bought it had I want to put my name on Facebook slash I was going to buy the second one. I would totally, yeah, I think you have to commit. If you're gonna buy one number eight, you gotta
Yeah.
buy both number eights. You gotta own it.
Yeah.
And then go to Bushiroad and be like, look, I got two of these things. Let's
Yeah.
do a trade in. You got one of these fancy SPs that I want back there? Because that would be viable, right? If they got extras,
Yeah, that's true.
name your SP that you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go into the vault. I'll do
I
you
want
a
the
favor.
birdcage Yukina.
Yeah, I'll do you a favor. We'll get rid of one of these mistakes, and then I'll
Yeah.
take one off your hand.
Yeah, that's true. Either you give me that birdcage or I'm posting this everywhere that you
Yeah,
guys have multiple serial numbers. They're all worthless now.
because in a way, it's almost like I don't want to say a scam. It was most likely an
Yeah,
honest
yeah.
mistake,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it needs to be rectified that you
Oh
have
yeah.
two number eights. So let's
Yeah.
do a trade in. It's time to let's do a trade in on this. Okay.
Trade in for number 11. It'll be the only one.
Yeah, make a number. Or I want one of these fancy SAO serial numbers when they come out.
11 out of 10.
Yeah, just pull it right off the printer. And just let's not go through that effort. Just pull it off and give it to me.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be nice. Okay, so there we are. SAO serial numbers. You want number 10s? Me personally, am I doing anything? I'm probably not gonna do anything with these. I'm probably just gonna leave them all sealed.
Really?
Not because it's there's something about volume twos that
Yeah.
I don't like, and I will say that about Bang Dream too. Like there's Bang Dream coming up, and I'm a fan of Bang Dream. I play the freaking game. I have all these different things, but
Yeah.
when you start having multiple, because do you ever look at this?
No, I have no intention of buying it.
If you scroll down, right, they show you all the different products that have came out over time that go with this thing.
Oh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like if you did not start with Bang Dream, you're gonna have a huge problem. I mean, the plus side to this one is you have more Phonica. This is the first time that they're going to be in it, so that's why they get a trial deck, and that's why
Gotcha.
they get this. So it's going to be stronger than, you know, like buying this Pop and Party Roselia. Like if you don't own any of the Pop and Party Roselia cards, any of the past stuff, then this is not going to do you as much good as owning this one, because this is the first time this band has made it. So that's why they get the trial deck. It's going to be stronger than normal. You're going to get this to powered up. So this in a way lets you start from the beginning. But
Yeah.
if you're just buying this one and trying to play with it, it's not going to be as good. And that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
something about volume twos for me, that if I don't own volume one, I don't really care about it. Like if I want
Yeah.
the cards, I'll buy singles. But when I see something like this, I'm like, oh, I missed the boat, and I'm not going to like go nuts on it, because then, like what I always said is like, look at the future sets. Do I want this one, this one? Like, why should I dump a bunch of money into some of this
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
when I can get like first shot at this? That's why Kaguya is so good and Data Live was so good,
Yeah.
because they weren't built on anything. They were just it. They were the volume ones.
Yeah. For me as a collector, it doesn't really matter because I just like the SPs.
Yeah.
So for that part, I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, it is tough, especially if you want to try to invest in it and hold it. I don't know. The SAO is going to be an anomaly, because of the serial numbers. So we'll just have to
Yeah.
see.
That'll be really cool, especially if we don't know who actually pulls what.
Yeah.
Because there's always that hope that that one sitting in your closet could have. Can you imagine
Yeah.
like 40 years from now? Like if you just like what I said I was going to do with my stuff. I'm gonna just throw
Yeah.
my stuff, dark hole, 40 years from now, open it. Wait, I won't live that long. Maybe 30 years. 30 years from now. I mean, my idea is to die with a cheeseburger in my hand, so I don't imagine I'm gonna be super, super old.
Yeah.
So can you imagine like 20 years from now, you go into whatever place you store this stuff and actually pull a serial number? How crazy would that be?
No way. If mine has one in there, I wish I would know because I'd open it right away.
I think it'd just be awesome. You're like, oh, let me just show you, kid, or
Yeah.
nephew, grandkids, whatever, like this cool game. And then you actually pull a serial number and then you
Oh
look
yeah,
it
and
up.
you're
If
yeah.
Weiss is still around, then you look it up and it's like 50 grand or something.
No
I
way,
mean,
dude. 40 years, waifus will be real. People won't need cards.
oh, I can't imagine. Like, I hope technology gets there that when you pull one of these in the future, it's actually a hologram that pops up. Like you click on it, you push the little button, and the hologram comes up like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you need that field, but in my brain, I
I'm
imagine
surprised they
something.
haven't done that yet with like AR. They could easily do that.
I said that. I can.
They already have the tech to make an AR card game. I don't know why they
I
haven't.
told my sister and all that. Like, wouldn't that be the coolest thing? I would 1000% play any game that if I were to end up on that Yu-Gi-Oh field, or
Yeah.
just put it on and I just drop a card and a hologram appears in front of me and like battles the other guy.
Yeah.
If that
So
was possible, I'm
the way
playing
they
that
could
game.
definitely do it is like, remember when they had those glasses that showed like pictures on them
Oh
for a
yeah,
while? Yeah, what they could do is like they have like barcodes or something on the card, and then when you look at it, it scans it, and then that thing just appears in your glasses. They could easily do that. Like
yeah.
we have way more advanced tech than that.
I
So
honestly am surprised people have not done any form of that. Maybe they don't
maybe
think
it might
it's
honestly,
worth
man. A lot of
investing
these
in, but
a
holy
lot of these
crap.
big money people are coming into not only anime but also cards. So we'll see
Oh,
what
hopefully one
happens.
day,
Yeah,
because
we'll
I,
see.
I want the thing. Did you watch Yu-Gi-Oh a lot?
I watched like the original
Yeah,
season.
yeah, yeah. Remember the one where he's battling Yugi like right in front of the castle, where it like he made it stronger, where you can feel the wind and all that stuff.
I have
Like
no
I want
clue,
that. I
man.
want to feel
I haven't seen that in
I
so
want to feel the
long.
pain before he entered in the Kaiba's castle or whatever the heck he had.
Yeah, no, I watched it when I was a little kid, man. I have no
Oh,
clue. Yeah,
oh, so you didn't finish it out. Did you finish it out?
I don't know.
Ah, shoot.
I have no clue, man. I forget when I stopped
Oh
watching it.
man, that thing was good.
Because that's old. Like, how old is that now? I don't know.
It was a while. It
Yeah,
was a long time.
it's got to be like
Well,
almost 20 years ago.
I'm not gonna give away the ending, but like, you'll know if you saw the ending. It was Yugi versus Yugi. Did you see Yugi versus Yugi? It was Pharaoh versus
I have
Yugi.
no clue, man. No
Okay, so
clue.
then no.
Yeah.
I think you had to go through like 2 or 3 seasons. I don't know how many, but it was a decent amount of episodes to get there. What are
Yeah.
they considered as season? Uh, okay. All right. Any last words on this topic?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, one last one then. We got our good old friend Nazarick right here. I'm not gonna make my screen bigger, but Nazarick booster box, not trial deck. I can't believe it. It's just I remember when I bought these trial decks and booster boxes, and again, it's that crap where I just say I'm just throwing it in the closet for a really, really long time. So, sample got Mr. Band here, but
I don't know how you don't open those, man. I'd be so tempted.
I don't like the only ones I open are the ones I play with, which
Yeah.
are hilarious because again, I don't do a lot of meta stuff. I mean, I
Yeah.
play Data Live, I have Bang Dream, I have Magia Record, Kaguya, Bofuri. So I do play some of these, but some of these just um I mean I love Nazarick. The anime was good. It was a
Yeah.
little darker than I wanted it to be. I didn't expect
What did you expect?
huh?
What did you expect?
Well, I didn't think he was gonna like mess up a bunch of people. Because I get well, he's Overlord, but I didn't think he was gonna be like Dark Overlord kind of guy. Because remember, like he started out was like, oh, we like as a guild, we just conquered a bunch of stuff and built this place up. I didn't think he was like evil Overlord type guy. Well, because you did you watch it all?
I did, but I can't even remember. I only
Remember there
remember
was
the
like
very
like
beginning.
he was going against stuff like good people. Like there was this hero guy and he like crushed the guy's heart or whatever. Like he did his heart stop move where he
Yeah.
punches you.
Yeah.
And that was just a happy good person. It was like, oh crap, he just killed that guy. That's what I mean. Because then he tried to be like that hero Momon, and then
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I didn't know he was good. I thought he was gonna be like he rules with an iron fist, but be nice. Because there was parts where he was super fair to some people, but then
Yeah.
the other people he just like messed them up.
Have you seen
So,
what's it called? Misfit at Demon King Academy or whatever?
no, I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if you thought it was gonna be like that, because the dude's like the king of all the demons or whatever, but he just doesn't really care. He just goes to high school and kind of like hangs out.
Yeah, see, that's kind of like what I thought Overlord would be. I mean, he's
Yeah.
trapped in this world. He misses his buddies, and just reliving the good old days, not try to conquer everything and kill people.
Yeah.
So I did not see that coming. I mean, I kept watching it, so I didn't hate it, but at the same time, I thought he was going to apply equal kind of treatment to people, but some people he was really harsh on.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially those do you remember the one where there was people trying to enter his dungeon or whatever you want to call it? What do you call it? Like castle, dungeon?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, his area, his domain or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And then there was four, I think it was four that actually made it up to him to where he was, and they surrounded it. And like one actually got away, wanted to see her sister, and then he sent Shaltir to kill her. Like he killed them all. That's what I meant. I was like, damn, he didn't even let one of them go. It was like, okay, well, all right then.
Yeah.
I get
Man,
it. You invaded his place.
I need to rewatch that, I guess, man. I barely remember that show. I watched it like week by week when it
It
was
hurt
airing.
because
And whenever I do that, it's like I always forget.
the girl is trying to do it for her, like her sister, to just get money to like get him. I think they were trying to get out of the household because they were
Yeah.
being mistreated by their parents or whoever. That's why I was like, dang. And then she waited for her by the window
Yeah.
and then never came home. And that's what I mean. I was like, geez, dang, man. Okay. So why we're talking about this, why we're talking about Nazarick is the reprint. We don't know if it's going to happen again. This was an email sent out to stores to figure out how much they would order if there was a reprint. And again, it's still being thought over. You would have thought, I think Data Live just happened right away. I know people gave their numbers in, but I felt like the decision to reprint it happened like almost immediately after. Like
Yeah,
Nazarick, it's still kind of weird right now that we haven't heard anything back. Because I know it's only Tuesday. Wait, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's
yeah.
been 3 days, but still, I would have thought the decision would have been in by now. But how does this make you feel? What kind of feelings do you get from a reprint of
Yeah.
Nazarick and
So
overall in general?
so even if it does get reprinted, I'm not personally buying any. Because I just don't care about that set. But yeah, I mean, if it needed it, that would be good, but I really just don't think Overlord needs it. You know? I don't know though. Maybe people just want the SPs and they can't get them, so they're complaining, but too bad.
Yeah,
Focus on making new sets instead of pushing back SAO for a month.
yeah.
That's my
See,
opinion
so
on it.
I think it's one of those ones where
Like that was supposed to come out on 10/1, wasn't it?
I don't remember. It's been
Pretty
a
sure it was
while.
October 1st, which would
I,
be next week.
I don't remember with all the date changes like where it's supposed to be. I mean,
Yeah,
this slime, but when we take a look at everything that's come out like recently,
yeah,
we look at reprints and like, dang, you could have easily reprinted slime. You could have easily printed Heaven's Feel. You could even have done Sword Art Alicization 1 if you wanted to. Everything else is volume 1. So it's weird again, just because if Nazarick Volume 2 got announced at that Bushiroad TCG strategy, then fine, that makes sense because
yeah,
if that one's coming out, but they didn't announce it. So outside of that, unless it's coming later on, like we don't know yet. Maybe it's too early. They had all this stuff preset for that TCG strategy.
yeah. But they
Then
should say it
yeah,
honestly. If
they
they're
should say
gonna,
it. They could be like, they could have just added one more month to their what they're coming out with, and just be
yeah,
like, look, we're gonna print Nazarick.
because
We're
right
gonna get
now,
number 2.
yeah. So like right now, a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, this is just Data Live 2.0. They see a high price booster box, it's just gonna tank.
Yeah.
But if a set 2 was coming out, then yeah, people would want it. Like the people that actually want to play it would probably be buying into it. But I don't know.
So let's see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to me, straight up, and I've talked about it before, is this is
Yeah,
nothing other than watching the secondary markets and maybe the license to get Overlord, Nazarick, whatever you want to call it, was probably really cheap. So then they could go, okay, well, it looks to us like these thing is selling for really high. There's not
yeah,
a lot of SPs and people are buying it for really, because we know at this point they do look at Facebook, they do look at different places,
yeah,
and they're watching, observing these prices, and they're like, you know what, we can capitalize possibly on this. So let's just try it out, see if people are willing to buy it. Because again, like I said, the double rares, even though they've been bought up recently, they've been available for a while and nobody really wanted it. I mean,
yeah,
Nazar was a weaker set just because it came out later. Like when it came out, it was a lot later than when it came out in the Japanese format. So not as strong as it could have been because newer stuff came out over it. And
yeah,
now you got a weaker set. So that's why these things were available. So absent of a volume 2, you're not really going to need volume 1 if you're just playing. Like if you
yeah.
really like this anime, then okay, but still it's
Yeah,
not
but
worth a
do you really need
reprint.
a reprint when some of them are 50 cents? Like
Yeah.
50
And
cents, $1. Like what's gonna happen to those if they reprint it? Because
it's gonna,
if they reprint it, people aren't doing play sets, right? People are just gonna open SPs and that's all they care about.
yeah. And if
So
you wanted to buy a place,
yeah, you're very late.
yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah,
behind, and it better be at like $200.
yeah, yeah. Or
There,
even
there's
lower. No, probably lower.
there's no reason to buy that thing at 300, and you're not getting
No.
the trial deck. because they're not going to reprint that. Look at that
Yeah.
trial deck. Woo.
So speaking of that, that is one like, man, that is one response I saw that I actually really like was mad about. I mean, I guess not mad, but like a
But
lot of the comments when they said, "Hey, is anyone interested in like a Nazarick reprint?" Like everyone was like, "Oh, are they doing the trial decks? Oh, are they doing the trial decks? Oh, no one cares about the boosters. We want the trial decks." It's like
yeah,
you don't want the trial decks. You want this card right here, and that's it.
that's all you want.
And you do realize, right? If they were to reprint this, that card is not going to be worth $1,500. That's not how supply and demand works.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know what people are thinking, but if you're trying to buy into this reprint for the SP prices, those are all going to go down, I'd say minimum 50%. Like
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
bare minimum. So like if they're reprinting this stuff, buy it because you like it, not because you're trying to make money, because you are not going to make money, I can
Oh
promise
yeah,
you.
they're gonna get destroyed. That's why I keep saying
Yeah.
it's if they reprint this and you buy into it, absent of like there's gonna be some people that want the cards because they went around
Oh
for it,
yeah,
yada
yeah.
yada. But for most people, this is SP or bust. You're gonna be blowing money on trying to open these, and then you're gonna be trying to sell them, which
Oh yeah,
even
yeah.
at this time, it's not like these things are completely selling. So you're aiming for
Yeah.
what is the most expensive one? I
What the
mean,
albedo?
you could say Albedo, but there's four of them.
Yeah, no one's buying those for 400.
That's what I mean. So no one even bought any. Okay, let's shout tier. No
Yeah.
one even bought any. So it's not 400. That's not the real price. 375 on Nabe.
Yeah, but no one would buy that again. No way.
Yeah, see, so 375, but then this one's 300. See,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like people don't use this thing right. Like the people
Yeah.
don't use. I don't know how to explain how to use TCG Player other than you just have to
Yeah.
make sure you look around. Like
Yeah.
even though this sold for 375, is this the real price? No, it's not because you have one for 300.
I
So
don't get how people don't
obviously
know that.
375 is not the right price. And if no one's buying it for 300, maybe the person that wants to buy it doesn't realize it's here or whatever,
Yeah.
but or
People
maybe
also
this
do
is
it the opposite way
yeah.
too. Like the only one listed is like 800 and then the last sale is like 200 and they're like, "Oh, this is a, $800 card. I'll take 10% off."
Yeah. And then they're like, that's what frustrates me about the whole TCG Player talk. It's like just because you see it at 800, you want to just scroll down a little bit, check this out, check out eBay, check out auctions.
Yeah,
Like
you got to look, you got to shop around. That's the
it's
best way.
yeah, I don't understand how this is any different than when you like when you go look for Black Friday sales. I haven't done it in a really long time. I
Yeah.
don't bother with it any again. You don't just check one place, right? You check a couple places until you figure out what the
Well,
price could be. And
I can tell you exactly why people don't do that in Weiss,
just
It's because imagine if Walmart that sells everything, if every single store in the entire world was priced at whatever Walmart decides. That's what Weiss was.
yeah, which is ridiculous for what
Yeah.
it was. But now we're in a new age. So hopefully they start getting how to actually use this because
Yes.
I can't talk about it anymore. There's
Yeah.
certain things that I should talk about, but I'm not going to talk about it because
Yeah.
like just looking at the screen, it's like, tell me how much this is worth. There.
If I was to
At
guess,
the very least.
I'd probably
Yeah.
say like 275,
Yeah.
250.
This right here, this screen shows you the maximum it's worth, which is 300, max 300. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean it is worth 300 at this point. If someone comes along and buys it for 300, then max right now 300. But since they didn't buy this one, then we know it's a little lower than that, or whatever lower,
Yeah.
little lot, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's no reason to reprint this. This is they're
Yeah.
out of their mind for even considering it. Is just overall bad because so the reason why to me it's bad is you had then this thought all this time that Weiss is really great because you have anime that people love and they print it one time again outside of Data Live.
Yeah.
They well and you have re-edits and all that stuff, but overall if I get this booster box of Nazarick, I do not expect to see a reprint of it this literal box. I do not expect to see this reprint like a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. I do not
Yeah,
expect to see that actually happen. What this proves, what this right here is saying is, you know what, that is out the window now, because since there is no set 2 announced, that means at any point they can pull any set that they feel like printing if they're able to get the license at a good cost, is what I'm thinking.
yeah,
They're able to just pull it out and be like, hey, by the way, we can reprint this. So, like anybody
yeah,
that's looking to invest, anybody that wants to collect a high-end SP, you need to be careful on how much you pay, unless you honestly just don't care. Like if you
yeah,
don't care, then fine. But if you're investing in it, then that's a huge problem.
yeah. I think what they should do is I guess that wouldn't work. I mean, I like reprints in general, but this just doesn't really need one.
Yeah, and
Like
that's what I mean. They could do it on, if this one
you're right,
is a
like SAO
candidate,
Alice 1, they need a reprint for that.
yeah,
So why
slime
would they
for
print
sure.
this? Yeah, same with slime. And I get it. The people that paid huge money for it would be mad, but that's your, a lot of those people are, you know, players. So why would you not want other people to be able to play these decks? They can't, right? If someone
Yeah,
just came
because
in now, you know how expensive a playset is for SAO 1 or for slime 1? They're
slime
very
is
expensive.
outrageous.
They're very, very
Like,
expensive.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you need those cards. But this, it's
Yeah.
not like people are gonna be pulling out like a Nazarick deck anytime soon. Not that people won't.
And
It's
even if they
more,
are, it's not expensive.
yeah, you could still buy it. Like if I go
Like
slime,
literally the only reason people would ever be opening this reprint is for the SPs. That's it. Then there's going to be too many of them. There's already a bunch of them sitting there.
yeah, if I look at the double rares on this thing, yikes,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
freaking yikes. And these are cards you actually need.
Yeah. And
So,
some of those I'm sure you need 4 copies or like two to 4 copies, right?
I
So
mean,
you're paying
Milan's
like,
definitely used, and you have Shizu's being used, and then you even have trial deck cards, mask being used. Where's
yeah, I
the
saw
mask?
that.
Yeah, the mask. It's used. There it is. I mean, they made a promo card that matches it in volume 2, but even
Oh,
then, a
really?
promo card is a promo card. Like you're
Yeah,
not pulling
yeah.
that in every
Yeah.
box. You have whatever, I don't know how many promo cards are in volume 2, maybe 4 or 5, whatever. But
Yeah.
that just still means 1 out of 4 chance, 1 out of 5 chance. When this was 2 in a trial deck back in the day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, honestly, so I think reprints are good if it needs it, right? It
yep.
also depends on the time, right? You can't, if you release set 1, like let's say they're coming out with a new Fate. I don't know how Fate works, but I know you can use some of them together, like all the
Yeah.
Fate Stay Nights, but you can't use those with Fate Zero, maybe something like that. But if set 1 Fate was printed 5 years ago, then obviously don't reprint that if you want to come out with a new Stay Night. But something like this, that's not even that old, right? Isn't that like a year old, a year and a half?
Yeah, something like
Slime.
that.
So I could see that being reprinted. I don't know. This just seems like I
Ouch.
don't know. I don't
Ouch.
even know what it is. It's hard to figure out because even that, those booster boxes are higher. So I don't know what they're thinking at all. Maybe that was the only license they could get again for cheap, like you said. And
That's
it's just
what
like a
I
weak
think
cash
that's
grab.
part of it. It's gotta be. I mean, Overlord
Yeah, because
was
if they could
out a while ago. I
renegotiate,
know there's a new
yeah,
season coming up, but even
yeah,
then, how much licensing has Overlord gotten compared to like Slime in the last year, right?
yeah.
More than likely, the
Oh yeah,
Nazar,
slime is way more for
yeah, the
sure. Yeah,
Overlord license was probably super cheap. And if this would be able to sell because of like people wanting it so bad lately,
yeah,
then let's take a stab at it, is what makes sense to me outside of a set 2. Like if there's a set 2 about to come, then this makes sense. But since we didn't get that news, I'm gonna have to say, okay, well then maybe it's not set 2, maybe it's just cheap licensing.
what do you think about I just randomly thought of this because the licensing, we were also talking about SAO 1, Alice 1 getting a reprint.
Mhm.
So you know that the new SAO movie is coming out, right?
Yeah, I heard of that.
They actually pushed it back, like the cards, they pushed them back, so it's gonna be lined up pretty close. Pretty close to the movie. I don't know. You
That's
think that's
actually
gonna be a
neat
good thing?
in a way,
Yeah,
just because it's a Aniplex
yeah,
thing. So let's just capitalize on advertising in a way
Yeah.
by
But
having
that's what I'm
it.
saying. SAO is going to be fresh in people's minds, and then the set
Yeah.
comes out. I don't know. Maybe it won't have an effect. Maybe it will. But that's just something interesting I saw the other day.
It always helps. I mean, if I go to YouTube and just type Sword Art Online
Yeah.
and I see that Weiss Schwarz promo video come up, or like I see the trailer for a movie or whatever, like there's that chance that you could see a related video on it and that would pop up. So
Yeah.
there's always that chance. I mean, it makes sense actually what you said there.
Be pretty cool, man. Very cool. It would
Yeah.
have been cooler if they did it on purpose, but we all know that's not what happened.
Yeah, that's not what happened. But if it does line up, I mean, it still works out. Free advertising's free advertising.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
did you see the advertising for Hololive?
No, I didn't.
Exactly. You know why they don't have to advertise for Hololive?
Because it's Hololive.
No, it's
Because
because
the
the
people
Hololive
advertise it
members are
themselves, right?
advertising Hololive
Yeah.
cards. Like there was one I saw today.
All right, you know what they should do? Bushiroad, please, please, if you are watching this far in, which I know you are for a fact, take one case. This is it, one case, and send it to Trash Taste, the podcast. All right. One, those guys have a huge following. Two, they love Hololive. So even if they have no clue what Weiss is, those guys would be so excited. They would definitely be opening it in front of millions of people, man. You got to do something like that instead of whatever this is.
So you have this one. We have Aqua here. She actually, I'm not gonna go in it, but
Yeah.
this isn't her video, obviously. It's somebody just doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The original video actually shows her showing the SP card in it.
Oh,
And
really?
then earlier this week there was another. That's what I mean. So if you don't need to advertise when you have the Hololive members actually talking about the Hololive voice cards. They're showing their own cards off. They're like actually saying,
Yeah, but I honestly do not think it's going to help at all because the people that are watching this is a lot of Japanese people, right?
uh-huh.
There's no Japanese product. You can't get Japanese Hololive. You're not going to be able to get boxes. No way.
Oh yeah, but they'll help the secondary market. They'll be able to buy the SPs or the lower end cards.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I
Yeah,
meant,
see, so that's what's gonna make it go up. Where we had before
oh
suppliers
no,
sit
I think
there.
the prices will go huge. I think they'll go nuclear. I just don't think it'll help Bushiroad that there's not even enough product to get these new people buying
Oh, but yeah,
boxes.
but even then, right? Japanese does format does a bunch of reprints. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would imagine this Hololive Japanese at the very least is going to catch a reprint. So that's what I
yeah,
mean. If you have that many viewers watching,
yeah. But are they going to
watching
remember six
these
months later when
people,
they reprint it or 3 months later?
oh yeah, no, I think they'll talk it later. Wait, what the heck? Let me go in here. Right here. No, don't talk. I don't want to catch her there. Wait, where's the SP? Did I click the wrong video? Anyways, there it is.
That's pretty
Here we
cool.
are. See, so that's what I mean. They're doing the work for them. Like, and
Yeah.
they're definitely gonna people are definitely gonna check it out and want to buy it. I mean, it's gonna be super cool.
Have you read through the comments on those?
No, hopefully there's nothing bad.
No, no, I'm asking if anyone even cares. If they're like,
Oh,
oh, I really want to get this, even though I have no clue what this game is.
yeah, they were
Just
talking about her 4,500 power on
yeah,
here on that card. I think she clipped. Yeah, she clipped it. I was watching it earlier this morning.
gotcha.
So there we are. No, they don't need to do advertising on Hololive because imagine all their members talking
Yeah,
to their 1 million subscriber people. I know this one's 164,000, but still,
yeah.
you're able to show this to 164,000. I know people come in and out, so let's say 100,000 people.
Well, I mean, plus the people that'll like, I mean, these are up forever, and there's also the clip channels that I'm
Yeah,
sure
there's
clipped
yeah,
it.
like that last
It's
one. So
yeah,
that's what I mean. I'm like, this is just super huge exposure.
yeah,
And it's just
yeah.
only gonna help. You don't gotta advertise Hololive. That's why I said before. I'm like, Hololive's a no-brainer. You
Oh
don't need
yeah.
me to tell
Oh
you to
yeah.
buy or invest in this thing.
Yeah.
There's no, I don't need to do that video. I would
I'm
just do
getting.
that.
I don't even know if I'm getting Hololive, to be honest.
Really? I
Yeah.
see, and that's where do I want to say it? That contrarian in me comes in, because like when I just said about Pop and Party Morphonica, like the reasons why not that, this is going to be in my buy and invest video.
Yeah.
And then like knowing what I said about that and knowing how Weiss has been, is it a buy, invest, don't do anything kind of situation? Because if you think the supply is not going to be good on it, but then you have to be like, is the anime good enough? Is there a huge enough following that's going to want it
Yeah.
5 years? So it's weird. And at the same time, like what you're thinking, this is going to be huge, which means there's going to be a ton of people buying this thing. They're going to have
Yeah.
a humongous supply of it. Is it going to outweigh the amount of people that actually do want it? Do the Japanese people that actually watch it? I know English people watch it, but not as many because it's in Japanese. I mean, some of them do speak English, some don't. But how
Yeah.
many are already going to be satisfied with the Japanese version? Do they want the English? Like, there's a lot going on in here.
I will just say, be careful.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
because
if
yeah,
you think of it like
there's
it's
people buying a lot of it that you might not know about. So
oh yeah, no, there's going to be a lot bought of that one.
yeah.
I can't wait for this one.
Oh, speaking of
Booyah.
that,
Did
last
you
time
watch
we
it?
talked, I didn't
Uh-huh.
watch it, but I just started watching it. Well, not just started. I'm already on like episode 19
It's so
or
good.
like 20. Yeah, I'm about to finish. I'm not gonna
uh,
buy the set either, though.
oh, I'm totally buying it.
There's no one I really want as an SP.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's, I mean, this one's gonna be interesting. Well, for
Like I
me, I
really
always
like
buy
the
everything, but
show.
I love
Like
this
I really
show.
like the show, but I don't care about those characters SPs.
Yeah, because that's what I talked about. I'm like, which one?
Like
There's
maybe
a lot of
Mikey,
dudes.
maybe he'd be cool to have.
Yeah,
I don't know though.
I
Like
mean,
the main character, I don't want him for sure. I don't care about him. Like he's
I
all right.
mean,
Like he's good for the show, but I don't care about his SP, not even slightly. And that girl, like she's all right,
Hina,
but
Emma, Hina.
yeah, Hina.
So that's what I mean. When we see these trial decks, it's always amazing who's going to be the trial deck, because we know for the most part when you get a trial deck, there's only two signed cards, like
Yeah,
one or two.
yeah,
Like even with RWBY, there's only two. Even though there's four girls, there's only going to be two SPs inside of there, right? It should be RWBY and Weiss.
yeah.
Yeah, wait, no. What did I click on?
You
This is
clicked on booster box.
booster box. It throws me off with all these black pictures.
Yeah,
That's not. They
yeah.
didn't
You
even
had it
use
right
the
there.
trial deck image. That's why I skipped it.
Oh,
Yeah, I just noticed that now. They're all booster. All right, okay. That happens. Oh, look. They fixed it on the inside, so they messed up the outside.
gotcha.
Yeah, you only get two. So what they did with Mushoku Tensei is you get our boy here, and then you get Rudius, whatever his name is, and then you also have
Yeah.
Roxy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't care for him. I could care less.
No,
If I
I hate
pronounce
him.
his name wrong, I don't
I
care.
actually hate him.
Yeah, I do hate him. I know
That
I
dude's a
talked about it before,
scumbag.
and I know someone got a little upset, but I hate that. I honestly just think this is an okay show.
Yeah, no,
People
it's not
really,
that good.
people really love it, but I mean, outside of Roxy, I don't care about anybody else. Like, I just do not care.
Nope,
I mean,
nope.
she's all right, but
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like the show that much. I'm definitely not buying it.
yeah, I honestly can't get into the way people are. The one guy said you have to read the light novel, and I'm like, I don't read.
Yeah,
I
that
just
has
know
nothing to do with
anime.
me.
So
Yeah,
it's like whatever I see in this thing is what I'm getting, like as in
yeah,
anime wise, not book wise. It's just I read all day. My life at work is reading and typing. And I
yeah,
don't want to read. I know I have to read the anime subtitles, but
yeah. Did they say, speaking of what were you talking about? Tokyo Revengers. So did they?
uh-huh.
I mean, I know it's really early, but have they said who the SPs are gonna be? Or we have no clue.
No, we have no clue. It's too
Okay,
early.
so okay,
Well,
yeah.
that's what I mean. So in the SPs, what I'm thinking is inside of the trial deck, I bet it's going to be
Hinata, 100%.
Yeah, it has to be a girl, and that's why I pointed out the whole Rudis and Roxy.
I think it'll be Hinata and the main character.
So Takamichi, you're
Yeah,
thinking
Takamichi. Yeah.
it's not going to just be Mikey, because everybody likes Mikey way more than they like Takamichi.
I agree, but that'd be kind of weird to put them.
It would be weird, but it would
together in
make sense to do. It's like that whole SEC argument that I was saying. It's like, you know what? Give them what the people want and make the card strong. And
Yeah,
you have
true.
an awesome SEC.
If Mikey is not a strong card, that'll be
if they
god
want
awful.
Mikey as the SEC, then make him, even though he's not the main character,
Yeah.
whatever, man. Just give the people what they want. Just
That was like Bond, man. Bond not even giving him a real signature.
Oh yeah.
That was like,
I know people were upset about that. See, so that's
yeah.
what I mean.
And look what happened. He got bought out.
Just give the people what they want.
Yeah.
I brought this up because I actually started watching this yesterday night.
Oh, D
But
side.
yeah, it's not because it's a Bushiroad property, I believe. I had to go back and look it up. I know I talked about this before,
Yeah.
but it's definitely like a solid 6 out of 10. I like it, and that's what I mean. I say I like it. It's definitely different from all the stuff I've been watching,
Yeah.
but I don't know if this is ever going to come out. If this was a Bushiroad,
There's no
actual
chance.
thing,
No chance
then
that's coming in English.
it might, just because of, Bang Dream and all that stuff. But it's, I don't think it'll do well. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, am I gonna buy this for Japanese? Because I actually enjoy it enough that I would actually buy it. Like, as
Yeah.
it just, obviously just have one.
I
two,
hope
whatever.
what is it, World Trigger? I hope that comes to English.
I've never seen it. Is it
Oh,
good? Do you
really?
like it?
Yeah, it's a classic, man.
Because there was a lot of episodes to it, I believe.
Yeah, it's a ton.
No, oh, I know what it is. I think I heard before where it takes a while to get into.
Yeah.
My one friend at work always talks about anime. He's like, it takes a little bit of time before you start enjoying this thing.
Because the main characters are so unlikable.
Great.
Or not the main, the Four Eyes, that Four Eyes guy right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. I'm like, I'm not opposed to watching it because obviously I'm watching Decide.
Yeah.
But,
No, it was a good, really good show. Really good show.
it takes, yeah, it's a killer when it takes a while to get into.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. So, is there any other ones on the Japanese side? I don't even know why we're talking about this, but is there any other thing on the
Oh, the
Japanese
Marvel
side?
one. That's so interesting. I just saw that on the top. That is so really interesting, honestly.
Yo, good luck. We're never getting that.
No way. But I'm just saying it's definitely cool.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
I think
mean,
that plus
that's what-
Batman Ninja, like
That's what's
they're really
depressing
hitting a
about it,
different market.
that we're
know?
just never gonna get it.
They can't afford it.
Yeah, it's well, it's a shame that it actually comes there, because to that you can get it for the Japanese format, but somehow you can't get it for the English format. I'm not blaming Bushiroad. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you would think those would be linked together. I know there's like Bushiroad USA,
Yeah.
Bushiroad Japan, like
Well,
it'd be
no,
nice
it's
if
probably
they-
not even that. Like they probably could share a license, but I'm guaranteeing Marvel just didn't want them selling any product in the Americas, Like so if Netflix licenses a show, right? They
Yeah.
only get it in a certain region. Like they have to get, which is why sometimes, like, you could use like a VPN to watch something on Netflix in the UK that's not in the US.
Yeah.
It's because the license can be region locked. So that's probably what it was for Marvel. It's just Japan.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be cool. I mean, they can just be cool. And
Have
it's
they showed any of it yet?
no, nothing yet. It's Hololive. Hololive all day. It's Hololive and World Trigger is what you're saying
Yeah.
on card of the day. Yeah, there you go. Dang, Hololive. It's gonna be nuts. I mean, I don't even want to think about, I don't know if I'm gonna make a menu for Hololive with
Yeah.
their 7 trial decks, because what are they gonna call that one? The Hollow.
So I know they announced it for English. Have they said anything about the trial decks? Are they doing like a Quince type thing, or
That's
they
what I
just
mean.
oh, they haven't said it yet?
No, they haven't said it, but I would imagine it would be along the same lines because Quince is like the experiment. If people are willing to buy,
Yeah, but there's so many girls in
yeah.
Hololive.
But with Hololive, it's what, 7, and people love them all. So I can't.
Well, 7 generations, but how many girls are there?
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's what I mean. And then all the boxes, and there's so many cards. I don't think I
So
have.
like the Quints, they could do like those sets and then you only get 1 SP. But if they do the 1 SP thing with Hololive, are you kidding me? You'd need to get like 15 cases to get the set.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be. It's gonna because in here.
Because I'm assuming each of those decks has what, 2 SPs?
It's a Bushiroad. And I could just go to my Microsoft, but I'm not gonna go there. Allow. Weiss. By the way, did you see this clothing? Are you into the clothes?
I'd get that hat. That's pretty cool.
You get the hat. Which one, the white or the black?
The black.
Black. I think everybody is aiming for the black one. It's cool because now they're actually putting a picture. It looks, the sample actually looks better, I think.
Yeah,
Than
it does. I don't like the look of that now.
This looks kind of plainish. Oh, I know what's missing. Because to me, this looks like a grayish thread
Yeah.
that makes it stand out more, where this right here is
They
just
look like
straight up.
those polo hats.
Yeah, they do. It would have made a huge difference if they used a different color thread on that one. I mean,
Yeah.
or maybe it's just my imagination, but
Yeah, I think it probably would have looked weird.
like, I don't know. I just like when I look at this, it kind of looks just super
Yeah.
plain,
Yeah, I don't know about that
plainer
one.
than I thought it would.
What's that thing in the middle?
Uh,
Like a bag?
yeah, girl bag,
Whoa, whoa,
shoulder
whoa.
bag pre-order.
That's a unisex bag.
Is it?
I don't know. Yeah,
I have no
definitely.
clue. But the what the design on it, to me, I guess it could be. I don't know what a shoulder bag really is. Um, I wish they had it over someone's shoulder to see it, but I'm gonna say it's for girls. If it's for guys, then okay.
That's where you put your max rarity.
I don't know. What's it? What? What is a shoulder? I literally have
Yeah,
no
men
clue.
wear those, like a Louis Vuitton shoulder bag. You never seen those?
What? What? No,
I had one
no.
of those. I had one of those in high school.
Mm,
No, they don't look like that.
I only
Like
said
the
it's a.
like that Supreme one. Like that Supreme one.
This one?
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. It's like
Yeah,
men
but
definitely
it
use
doesn't
those.
look like that. Wait, shoot, the zoom controls in the way. Get off. Okay. Like, because for me, it was the design that, like, these things here to me
Yeah.
makes it look like it's a girl's bag. Oh, again, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I didn't mean that, but that's where I got this from. Is like when I look at this, this looks more like of a girl's design. But I could see it, I guess. But even in the end, it seems really weird priced. 26.
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't seem like a bag, like a bag at all. I don't know what can hold in here, but it's cool again that they're finally giving us pictures of what it looks like.
Yeah, that is cool.
And then you got a shirt. And
I
you
don't know
got
what those
your
are.
what?
I have no clue what those are.
Those are your triggers. So we got
Yeah, I don't know what
soul,
that is.
win, bag, none.
Really?
Choice. You got no choice.
I
And
don't
then
know
you got your
anything about the
field.
game at all.
Yeah. So yeah, gold bar. I'm a choice man myself. And then you got a play mat here.
Oh,
So
nice. You can lay down and someone can play on your back.
yeah, that's what I mean. People are like, oh, we could play it as the mat. And I'm like, well, you're wearing it. I don't know if anybody would just bring the shirt. Like, if anything, you'd be wearing the shirt.
So everyone has to wear that shirt, and whenever you defeat someone, they are now your
Oh, they're your
playmat.
play mat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is that even straight?
I don't know.
Is that even?
I'm not a fan. I won't be purchasing one of those shirts personally.
I was like, this is not the size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not the size, because there's no way you'd be putting your cards this close together.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I guess someone can use that as a playmat. I just.
Well, yeah, they can't do the right size because obviously on different size shirts, they probably
Yeah,
stretch
and then
that
it gets
image.
the whole way down.
Yeah.
I'm actually approaching this from the feasibility of actually using this as a playmat. So like, you don't need, this thing is taking up a bunch of space that, yeah. And you can see
Yeah.
like the cards are literally like a centimeter away from each other. So
Yeah.
you're not going to be using, not even a centimeter. But you wouldn't be putting your cards on top of each other like that. They just jammed it all in.
Yeah.
So it's a shame. It could have been used as a playmat, but not really. Anyways, I came out here because of Hololive. Where is it? Best selling. Of course, the best selling is Hololive. Yep. So you get foils, stamp card, 4 types.
4?
Wait, wait, hold on. Never mind. There's only 4 girls. I bet it's 5. 5. So depending.
That's
on-
crazy.
So 5. So that's what I mean. The quince was, one trial deck had 1 girl SP in it, which makes sense. There was 5 girls.
Yeah.
This thing has 5 girls, 4 girls, 5, 5, 5, 5.
That's
There's
crazy.
an SP in each one of them. The
Yeah,
quint
that's
is-
crazy.
It's basically gonna be like, you're gonna have to have, yeah, a quintessential set times 5. So I would
Yeah.
imagine it'd be like $200 right now, because some people are selling the quintessential set for 200. So
Well, there's only 6. How many? Oh, no, 7 decks.
there's 7.
So probably like 250,
250, and you have to
Yeah.
buy 5 of them, because
No,
at
you
max
have to
you have
buy-
5 girls, right? So you cram 7 of them in there,
Yeah.
and then at max you have 5 each. So you'd have to buy 5, 7 trial decks. So 250 times 5 to get all of the trial deck SPs is what it probably would be.
I guess it just depends on what the rates are because if they do it like normal, where you just get all the SPs in a case, then it'll probably just be better to do 7 different decks, and then if you buy a case, you get all of them.
I don't know, because I think again you run into the thing of some people like this one and some people like this generation and that generation. So I don't know
That's
what
what I'm
they're
saying.
gonna
Then
do
you
in
don't
the end.
force them to buy it all. I mean, Quince made sense because it's all one show. That's not. It's so many different things. Like,
Yeah, but they don't care about that. They wanna have a nice even production run.
true.
They don't care. Like you're in it.
Yeah.
If you're in, you're in. That's there it is.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Like,
It would make a lot more sense if there was eight of them, like 8 decks.
yeah, no.
Because then you
Yeah,
could just
that would
put.
work out nicer.
Because
But
then
yeah,
you could
no.
just put one like display of each one in a case because it comes with 8.
Coco. I love her. She is so good. But that would be that for that one. Yeah, Hololive gonna hurt badly. And it's one of those ones again where you have time to save for it. So anybody that's saying I don't have money
Yeah.
for it, it's like you got time.
Yeah.
You may not have a lot of time left, but
And honestly, with how much is in there, these things are probably going to be loaded, I think. Like I could see it having Bang Dream or better rates.
yeah. See, and that's why I say about the contrarians. Like, a ton of people are gonna buy this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of it. It's going to be worth it, but at the same time, it's like, what about the other sets around it? If everybody's gonna dump all their money into this one, then what happens to the rest of these?
Yeah, it's hard to know. I just don't like Hololive enough that if I get stuck with it, I'd be pretty upset. So that's why I'm not getting it. It's not that I think it's a bad play.
Yep.
It's just I don't want it.
I feel like this
So-
is one of those ones where easy long-term hold, just because. Do you think their popularity would go higher in the future or lower?
I think they
And,
could fade away into obscurity completely.
Exactly. So it's one of those ones. For me, I'm betting on they just get more and more popular.
Yeah.
And the more that you have it, the more people get attached to it over time. Like,
Yeah.
because Coco just disappearing, people are kind of upset and they're really aiming for this card when it comes out. So
Yeah, but in another 5 years, a lot of those people won't even know who that is.
I think
because
they
she's been
still,
gone.
I think they'll still hold on to it, like the whole nostalgia and all that.
Oh yeah, the people that
Yeah.
watched her, but I'm saying like in
Oh
the
yeah,
future, those people would have no reason to care about her because she was already gone before they got into
oh yeah,
Hololive.
but like when it comes to any of these, that would be the same way.
That's not
But
true.
still,
Like
yeah,
think about
it depends.
so like think about if someone got into SAO 10 years after it came out, right? They're still the same characters. If you're getting
Mhm.
into Hololive 10 years from now, they're gonna be all new girls, new characters, like
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but yeah, I know, but like they could still be around because I don't know how many of them are just going to.
Oh yeah, 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 they
God, yeah,
could.
yeah.
I'm just
That's what I
saying
mean.
like they they could shift all the people completely, you know. That's
Uh,
just one of the
oh
counter
yeah,
arguments I have.
yeah, yeah. No, they could do that, but I feel like like if I had to put it on a scale, which one I think would happen more, I think this would be they'll still be remembered versus not remembered. And
Yeah.
again, it depends on how many years out you go. If you go out like 3, 5 years, you're still good. If you go
Yeah.
20 years, yeah, you're screwed. But then it's like I could say
Yeah.
that about like no, people like Magia record. Um
Really?
oh yeah, no,
I
it
think just because of how
Bang Dream
strong
though.
Madoka was.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Magia
Yeah.
record though. I mean not Magia record, Bang Dream though. 10 years from now, no. And that's the risk you run. That's why Birdcage Yukina never made sense to me. It made
No.
sense for the time, but as high as it gotten in the future, it's like good luck. How many people want
I don't think
again,
I don't think the people that have it are investing in it. I think they just want
yeah.
the
I
card.
mean, again, Aina Aiba, the voice actress, she could get higher in her career in it, but if she doesn't, then
Yeah.
good luck. Good luck on that one. It's
Yeah.
really just you just reliving the moment. So in Danmachi.
I don't know. Is there even a point of looking at 20 years for Weiss? I'm not.
Um,
When
like
I
actually,
when I talk about future for Weiss, I'm talking 5 years max.
I think
Personally.
I think 20 would still be all right because,
Really?
well, yeah, it's the whole anime thing, right? So
Yeah.
it's it's starting to get higher and higher. You're starting to see it more on Netflix. You're starting to see it more on
Yeah.
Hulu and all
Yeah.
these places. So, like the tip of the iceberg for anime is just starting. That's why I don't understand people going like this whole Aniplex thing is a huge issue because no, I get it, like as in sign cards and all that, but they're like, oh, they Aniplex has all the good stuff, and I'm like, how many anime are out there, right? And how
Yeah.
many of these,
Yeah.
how many of these sets right here have nothing to do with Aniplex?
Yeah.
Like,
Most of them.
I get it, they have some big ones, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, uh, do these other ones not sell? Like, does Bofuri suck? I don't think Bofuri sucks. I don't think you know, Data Live sucks. I don't know. For me, it's like there's other anime out there in the world, and because of the growth of anime,
Yeah.
manga, like all of it, like
There's gonna
this
be even more
whole
studios too, I think, in the
yeah, yeah,
future.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean. So it's like, what are you sweating on Aniplex? Whatever. If they don't want to be part of it, they want to make their own game, good, whatever. Like we
Yeah.
have other choices out there. And if their card game
That's just so
fails,
weird to me. That doesn't make any sense. That
but
they'll license the show but not the signs. It's so
yeah,
weird. It's so
that's
weird.
yeah,
Because it's not even your signature. That's some other person that works for all these different studios'
yeah, it's
signature.
like who cares? It's like you shouldn't just give the show at all then. Like
Like I could just
if
get
you
the SR version of those cards, right? Go to one of
yeah,
those events and have them sign it with their hands. Like,
yeah, there you go.
you know?
That's I mean, there's some good anime. I'm not gonna say no, there it isn't, but at the same time,
Yeah.
there's plenty of other anime out there in the world. You just like I think people are really that's what I mean. People are happy for Tokyo Revengers, like the anime, but
Yeah.
that didn't
Yeah.
come from Aniplex. There's a ton of anime out there that didn't come from that place.
I think I might have commented this on one of your videos or something. Maybe I just thought it in my head, but what do you think about it coming out so much into the future? Like, I don't, me personally, I don't think the hype will be there still in
What?
March. Tokyo Revengers being like the big hype.
Oh, that's in May. Um,
Even worse.
I think no, again, I think they announced it super early, more just because it can get other people into it that didn't know about Weiss, just because right now it's so
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
You know, with that whole advertise, I think it'll still be fine, because again, if they start promoting it like one closer to May
Yeah.
with all their different card reveals and all that, with the live action, with how it's doing, it'll be fine. Like, this thing will be good. And the way people are pre-ordering these days, it should still sell okay. It's just still, like, again, I'm against pre-ordering before 6 months, but
No.
like, people will still do it. And that's what I mean. I think it'll still be okay.
I personally buy all mine after the pre-order window closes.
You mean like 3 months?
Through the, you know how the distro, there's like a window where stores have to order. So if you have a distro license, right? Or whatever, if you work with a distributor, there's a little window where you have to order the stuff way ahead of time. Like SAO is already way closed, right? So
I
you
know
have a
there's like
window.
like the people I buy from, the store that I buy from,
Yeah.
they only open it.
No, I'm
Like,
not saying the stores. I'm saying the
oh yeah,
actual
yeah.
distro. Like,
They only open up for sale 3 months, like a little under 3 months. So I feel like the pre-order is before then. I mean, I showed a
so
distributor page
yeah.
before. I have no idea when like the pre-order is. I
So I
think it's
can
before 3
tell you
months.
SAO. I can tell you SAO because I just looked it up recently.
Uh-huh.
So SAO, I believe in June was the cutoff for at least that distributor, like that distro website I was looking at. It was
Uh-huh.
June. So that means the stores had to have all their orders in by June for SAO. So for me, I get my cases after that just to make sure they can't order extra.
So you try to like clean them out in a way.
Yeah.
Southern Hobby. Is that the
Yeah.
one I look at?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Southern Hobby.
I don't have a distributor. I just know it's something like 3 months before, because that's when my store
Yeah.
only lets me buy lower than 3 months. Because
Yeah.
one, they don't want to carry people's money and think they're scamming you. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're just giving them an interest-free loan. That's what you're doing.
yeah, so Bang Dream comes out. Yeah, what is this, 4 months? October, November, December, January. 4 months is the
Yep.
order. 4 months.
Yeah, some of them's way ahead of time. Yeah,
This
see
one's
there.
3 months. So yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. My store only opens orders under 3 months. So it's roughly at least 4 or 5 months that they can pre-order from a distributor.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I order after that.
Yeah. But what if they run out?
That's fine. That's even better.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
think about this, right? Like if I'm ordering, first of all, I don't want to give them my money so far ahead of time.
yeah, that's nuts.
So there's that. And then also if I'm ordering 10 cases of whatever set that I really believe in, I don't want them to know that I'm ordering 10 cases until after they already put in their order.
Yeah.
Because right, what are they going to do?
Because you
Say
don't
they
want
order
to just print more.
exactly. So what if they order 50 cases normally and then they see my order of 10 cases, they're going to get 60 or maybe even more. They might get extra just because like, oh geez, this guy just bought 10 cases. Maybe this is going to be like a super hot set.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know that I'm not having much of an effect, just one person, but I don't know. That's why I do it like that.
Got it. Yeah, so it's 3. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. I haven't really thought of I on my release schedule, I'm not gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
I have like a 3 month on it, because that's when my store starts letting me buy it. It's under 3 months. They normally let me buy it like 2.5 to 2 months before. Sometimes it was like 1.5 months before, and I'm like,
That's probably because they put in their order and they just want to make sure they have enough.
yeah.
Is my guess.
So I'm like, okay, well, that I'm just not gonna. Sometimes I get nervous. I'm like, hey, are you buying any of this? They're like, yeah, we didn't put it up yet. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, distributors, fun as always. But yeah, I wonder why they did this one early. This one's 4 months, where the other ones were 3 months.
That's actually interesting. RWBY's over now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, just this past week.
Looks like it's time for me to get my RWBY.
Get your RWBY. Are you gonna get a bunch?
No,
I didn't do that yet. I didn't
nope.
do my
I think my plan for that is I'm gonna buy a case of trial decks, and that's it.
case of trial decks.
Mhm.
Did you see my talk about trial decks?
No, I don't think so.
You didn't see? Oh shoot. So
Is that
because
new?
no, it was in one of my market videos. It's like buried in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I probably saw it then.
Yeah, because again, someone was saying about Mushoku Tensei, and I get it. One is Rudius and the other one is Roxy, but
Yeah.
like when you look at Seven Deadly Sins, that's not always going to. I mean, it's going to be something wars, Seven Deadly. Oh my God, can you imagine seven wars? You're just dead. Everyone's just dead. Where's that child deck? Yeah, it's nuts because everybody
Yeah.
had the same idea on this one, but this one only had one SP. I mean, Data Live had two, but you had a card you needed from that trial deck that
Yeah.
you totally needed. So
Yeah,
this
but
one though,
what are the cases going? Not cases. What are the displays going for? I would never trust a loose trial deck ever, especially on TCG player.
on these things, these are
Oh, 93.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad because so
Yeah.
many people had the idea to buy a case of them
Yeah.
that and that's what I mean. I'm just saying that to be careful. I don't know, Yuri. I don't have a crystal ball,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
from what I saw happen here, it's
Yeah.
bad. But at the same time, you have to play that contrarian thing because we've seen now. I still say Kaguya is still good. I mean, like it's the supply
Yeah.
is drying up. Um, Seven Deadly Sins. You have these other ones that are coming out that people bought a lot into.
Whoa,
That's all,
249. Someone bought out the bonds.
huh?
Look at Bond.
Wait, 922. That was today.
That was probably because of me.
Oh, you bought them?
No, I bought them for the lower ones, all the lower
You,
ones.
you bought these.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. So now it's 250.
Yeah, my card is worth 250 now. Everyone knows because
It's
it's on TCG
250
player.
because TCG players said that.
Yeah.
It is actually remarkable because if you compare the prices and the supply of this too,
Yeah.
like this is the lowest amount of cards. Again, there's people
Yeah.
that have a ton of them probably out there,
Oh yeah, of course.
but still 249. This puts it up right over them. Hawk, Hawk at 17,145. But no, I mean Bond should have never been just a stamp. Like
No,
this card
never.
here should have definitely been
It
this should have
looks
been
sick
replaced
too,
for
man.
King. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
should have swapped.
It looks sick,
Undoubtedly.
man. Looks sick. That's like one of my favorite cards actually. I have 4 of them.
You got a play set going. So
Yep.
I love when they do the signatures like this. You got a little rabbit here.
That is really cool. I
Yeah,
was
so
gonna
you
get one of these, but
get a little heart too for a tail. I mean,
yeah. I was gonna get one, but for that price, there's other cards I want at that
yeah,
price range.
and it still sells. That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
these cards, they're fine. Yeah, damn. Holy crap. That's going on the market. And I can say you bought some of them. You bought some of them.
The evil investor bought them all.
Yeah,
I didn't buy those 125s though, so I guess someone else saw what I saw and that
someone came
card should be
along.
worth more.
Yeah, because I was talking about it the last 2 weeks. I'm like, if you
One of
want your
one of them
bond
I
card,
got. One of them I got on Facebook for 95.
geez.
Yes, people were just trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, I said that. I'm like, if you want bond, you better buy it soon.
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
there it is. You heard it here first. Like, you should have
Yeah.
bought it. Like I told you.
Maybe he does have a crystal ball.
I don't. But yeah, try so the trial deck. I mean, I don't know, but if they do
Yeah.
this, if RWBY is pumped as much as I think it is, which it sounds like it is,
Yeah.
not pumped like power wise. No one's seen any cards yet, but
Yeah.
like people are psyched about it. This whole English thing. I saw people that never heard of Weiss at this point say Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. It
Yeah.
sounds like a Seven Deadly Sins to me. Only difference is now we have
Yeah.
2 girls inside of the trial deck.
Yeah.
But do people go nuts and buy a bunch of these? I
The only
don't.
reason I'm doing it is for uh like diversifying what I have in Weiss. I
Yeah.
actually don't have many trial decks. Yeah. I have like some loose displays, but I don't count that as sealed product. That's probably worthless.
Oh,
So
you
I
mean
don't know.
uh
Like that display, if I had one of those, I'd count that as nothing in there.
I count it as a sealed. I count these as
Yeah.
sealed. I know it's you want a case, but at the same time, I'm like, to
Yeah.
me, you still have a shot in there in most people's minds of getting at least the shiny card.
Yeah.
So like a triple rare is actually pretty expensive when
Yeah.
you look at triple rare cards.
Yeah. I think
I
there
haven't
should
looked at
be.
Seven Deadly Sins, but it's
Yeah.
like that's an exception because there's so many of them. I mean,
Yeah.
trial deck 10. What is this
Yeah.
one? This is trial deck 10. You could tell the difference between booster boxes. Here's a 2, 1, 4. I mean, this one just looked cool. And you need it as part of the climax combo.
That is
So
actually sick. Yeah, that's
yeah, this
sick.
one's nice. So I could see why this one, because it's actually heavily used. So
Yeah.
there we are. I mean, this one too.
I think
But
triple R's are underrated.
oh yeah, they 100% are. When you look at SRs, I
I
picked the
think
wrong one.
SRs are underrated too.
Yeah, I don't cover them, but I do actually watch them.
Yeah.
Just because like that'd be too much for me to actually cover. Like my
Yeah.
videos would just be like 3 hours long if I had to look at all
Oh,
the SRs.
go to scroll down a bit.
But
See that Bond Rage?
yeah,
One of the SPs I got, the guy sent me that one too with it. Pretty cool.
why?
I don't know. He was just selling them together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mind it. I just like
No, yeah, no.
I
I'm
would
just
just sell it separately. But I guess if you're being nice, especially since the SP, I say that because the SP was cheap
yeah,
already, and then yeah, and that's what I mean. Like when you look at the SRs, take a look at that. I don't, I see 9. Obviously, I don't know how many. Like some guy could have 100 of these things, but
yeah,
like
yeah,
when you compare 9, 25, 20, if you wanted to go nuts and just buy it all out, not to say anybody wants to buy that, but at the
yeah.
same time, you could easily just take out. Let me just see how many of these are. Yeah, it's not even that many. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12.
Yeah,
Well, no, you're not buying these. You don't buy these. You
yeah.
buy at best this up here, and then you're now magically you're down to 2
Yeah.
sellers.
Dude,
No,
SRs are so underrated at like,
no, they definitely are because of how many there are and how many
yeah.
like there's not as many as people think. But
No,
again,
not
how
even
many
close.
people want it and all that, that's
Yeah,
the other side of it. But again, if some guy comes along and thinks like this one is awesome, they just buy it all up. I mean, obviously it's 13,
yeah,
but if you buy them all up, now people can't get them if they didn't own it. They're like, oh my
yeah,
God. That's how you ended up with the darkness card being so expensive and all these other cards being expensive because
yeah,
some guy just wanted it or a couple people wanted it and now it's gone and they're like, crap, I didn't get that foil.
yeah,
So SRs are definitely underrated. That was one of the
yeah,
things that I knew about that I watched that I don't talk about. Not because I don't want to tell people, again, it just take too long, but
yeah.
um,
I think everyone knows,
it's
honestly.
rare. Yeah, it's just rare. Like
Like you
once
get
they're gone, they're gone.
one in a booster box. Like you're paying literally $60, or for these old sets, right? Like an old set, you could be paying $300 for one box,
Yep.
and there's only one SR in there. Like they're not easy to pull.
Yeah, no. That's what I mean. It's like you have 20 of these things.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not 20 because there's some from the child deck or whatever. So let's
yeah.
say
Well, I think there's only two, right?
18,
Yeah,
18, I
18.
think.
Yeah.
But even then, 18
So that
case of
means if you open a
16.
case, you're not even guaranteed one of each SR.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty rare. People don't
yeah,
really think about that, but no, these things are rare. Triple
yeah,
rares too. Triple rares are
yeah.
pretty
We'll
dang
see. I
hard,
think
but
if
it depends on the number. Triple rare is like there might be 4 or 5 of them.
yeah,
So
I think what I was thinking the other day, this is just complete random speculation, but what I was thinking is what's gonna happen to Weiss? Because I was trying to think like some of my cards, right? Say it's with that REM. Let's use that REM for an example. So say people eventually buy them all up, and now new people come in, they want to buy it. That card goes up to 10 grand, 20,000, whatever. Once you get up to that level, people can't collect these things, right? So people aren't going to be collecting it when they're 20 grand. So what are the new people going to do? I feel like they're going to buy the SR version of that card, which is the exact
oh
same.
yeah, they do. And then they'll if there is not an SR, they'll buy the rare or double rare or whatever.
Exactly, of that same card. Because actually that SR, I've been selling a bunch of those for like 20 bucks. Like people want them.
I'm gonna find this thing. Oh, there's no space in between. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch these extra boosters.
They're interesting, but I don't understand them.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that I haven't talked about on purpose because there's a bunch of extra boosters coming up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of thought that has to go into buying a set of not only just anime and all that, it's the idea of extra boosters too.
Yeah.
That people don't really talk about all that much. They're different.
I
So,
don't like them personally. Like
because of
as
all the
a
foils and
no,
or just
I'm saying like as a collector, not even investing or anything, just as a collector, I don't like buying them and opening them. Like 6 packs is lame.
yeah, it's a small box.
It's
And
just not fun.
yeah,
So like, do I ever see like those SAO extra boosters? I bought some for way too high. We'll say that. But I opened them and it was zero enjoyment at all.
uh,
Like even if it was mapped, if it was a full booster box, at least I get 20 packs. But like you get 6 packs and you get nothing, it's just sad. So like I can never see like maybe some of these booster boxes like Fujimi, maybe that'll be $1,000 box someday. I could never see someone paying 1,000 for an extra booster ever, or even 500.
yeah, I
Like
definitely don't think so.
there's no way.
I mean,
No
like you
way.
could see right now with this one, it's only 65.
Yeah.
It's only doubled because you could have bought it at like 30
Yeah,
something.
I know they're cheaper, but like you're paying 30 for 6 packs, or you're paying 60 for 20 packs. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and you could do the math on all these, but you could see the prices on these cards. I mean, some of them are fine, double rares and all that, but
Yeah.
it's again one of those SP or bust kind of deal. I
Yeah.
mean, not truly, because with the double rare you can make your money back and all that, but still, it's basically SP or bust. Because then when you take a look at the other ones down below, this is the going first and second cards
Yeah.
that they threw in there as a promo
Oh,
if you
that's pretty
bought a
cool.
case,
I
which
like those.
I did not see that on these. So that's what I'm actually waiting for. One of the things I'm waiting to see is that they throw a going first or second in these uh
Why would you get a case just for that?
it adds to it. And again, depending on the collector who it is, it might be worth something.
I meant
So
you. You would
yeah,
get a
they
case for those?
Morphonica.
Wow. That's crazy, man. Those are $10.
Still, it's one of those ones that it's nice in a sealed kind of box for me.
Yeah,
Like
no,
as
no.
a collection kind of thing.
Yeah.
But for Rosalia and all that, like I said, since Morphonica is newer, I would do it
Yeah.
because of that. But for Rosalia, Pop and Party, no. I'd still like to have it, so I'd probably just pay the $10, the
Yeah,
$40,
that's what I
I guess.
mean.
But
Yeah.
no, I would just buy it because it's to me, this right here is so much better than this. So that's my strategy on buying these things. Not strategy, it's more like because of I want to I like I said earlier, I play Bang Dream. Like I play Bang Dream, I play Bofuri and all
Is
that
it
stuff. So
is it
this
actually going to be that powerful though with just being an extra? Doesn't that only have like 40 cards in the set?
I don't know how many I looked
I
at it
haven't
before,
looked.
but I
I
don't
haven't
remember
looked at
what the
all.
actual number is of Morphonica in here. I
I
have no
haven't looked at
idea.
all. I just know they usually don't have that many.
Yeah,
Oh,
50
50.
50.
But that's only 50 playable cards.
Yep. So there's 50, and then you have the trial. So it'll be enough to have a decent. That's what I mean. Like if I want to play Bang Dream, this is the way to do it. I would
Yeah.
be playing the Morphonic. It's just so that I don't have to go back and get all these other ones. But
Can you play
no,
different
outside
bands
of that,
together? Or?
if there's nothing else special inside of here, no, because they don't even have um, these things don't have like play mats or whatever in it either. So not worth
Yeah.
it to me to get a whole case. But there we are. Okay. Any last words? I gotta call my grandma.
Yeah, no. I think we're good, man.
All right. Well, again, you are, TCG. Again, go out here, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Watch this video. I mean, this video itself is worth a lot of money. I say that because of how much it costs to get that and open it. So there we
Yeah, it's
are.
pretty
Go out
crazy.
there and check it out. It's pretty neat. Again, he opened up a few of these. I'm not gonna say the number, but it's worth the watch. and then your PSA grade comes back, so you'll see that too.
Yep, it's all in there.
Cool. All right. Well, again, appreciate you coming on, and we'll do this sometime soon.
Yeah,
Again.
it's always a good time, man. Always a good time.
All right. You have anything else you want to like? Do you have anything else coming up, videos or anything like that, or?
I actually do. So this is kind of Weiss. It's like half Weiss, but I finally ordered like my final piece for my display that I've been working on for like the past 6 months. So I'm gonna show that off. It's really cool. It's like I have like my favorite Weiss sets that I completed, like Guilty Crown. I just bought all the SPs for that, so that's
Jeez.
probably gonna be part of it. And then I have like visual novels, all my favorite visual novels. I bought those, and then I got like some figures to go with it too. So.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Nice. Market update is probably gonna be Friday or Sunday. I have a barbecue judging that I have to do on Saturday, so I need to do it Friday.
Geez, you were talking about that a long time ago.
Yeah, this year's been pretty great. I've done one
Oh,
every
you just
month.
do a lot of them? Okay.
Yeah, so the judging, and then yeah, I eat like too much. After that, I'm dead after the. Because
Yeah,
it's
I'd
always
be
on a
eating.
Saturday, and then it's like you eat so much meat with salt and sauce on it. It's like you
Yeah.
eat 24 different pieces. And lately they've been having extra categories. One was turkey, one was chef's
Yeah,
choice.
I'd be eating so much meat, all of it.
It's an
Give me all
awesome
of it.
thing. I want to talk about that someday, but people should
Yeah, you
definitely
should.
sign up.
Dude, strap a GoPro to your head and bring it there.
Just do it. No, you can't. Oh, you can't because it's if you show other chefs the
Oh,
cooked
there's like some
food
top
off.
secret recipes.
No, it's more like then they can identify who judged what, and
Oh,
that's not a good thing. You can't take pictures or anything. So
gotcha.
it's awesome though. But yeah,
Use
I
those
gotta do that.
spy cam glasses.
I wish. But they will kick you out. If you
That's
drink,
crazy.
someone drank before with a team, they did good luck shots and they got thrown out. They lost their judging license
That's
because of that.
crazy. Dude,
Yeah,
that's hardcore, man.
it
Definitely
is.
make
No, that
definitely make a video talking about that.
they really mean it. So it's an awesome thing though, because it's like if you like barbecue, like actual real smoked food and stuff like that,
Yeah.
at
That
like a
reminds me of
lifetime membership is like $300-$400, and you can do that, lifetime.
yeah.
It's awesome. And then you
Have you
get to
seen
meet a lot
Food
of cool
Wars? It
people.
reminds me of that.
Huh?
Have you seen Food Wars,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
anime? It reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's I only found it because of a show, Barbecue Pitmasters. So if you ever watched that, that's literally what I do, is I judge
Okay.
on there. And that's how I found out about that you could take classes and do it. So I'm gonna do that hopefully Friday, and then Sunday is gonna be Quince. Hopefully
Oh,
I
that's
can
gonna be
get that done.
huge. That is gonna be
I'm
huge.
excited for it.
Whoever's still here, you better be excited for that.
My Quince video. I
Yeah.
have to figure out how to do the songs or whatever, because I don't know what to replace it. Like I know you didn't watch it, but if you hear the theme songs of it, the theme
Yeah.
songs are really, really good. So to replace that with something, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But hopefully I get that done and then get that out there. Again, it was a video for people, but then like as I was doing it was a video for me. Like,
Yeah.
like if people like it, great. If people don't like it, whatever. I don't care. I had so much fun doing it.
I mean, that's the best way to do it, man. If you're having fun, it's gonna show in the
Yeah,
video
it's
for sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it because I just watching it like, man, this is great. As in,
Yeah.
like, it reminds me of the show and why I like Weiss. So there it is. All
Yeah, I
right.
can't wait for that, man. Can't wait.
So sounds good. And I'll check you later then.
All right, sounds good,
All
man.
right. Stop. There we are. Stop recording.